Good afternoon, I guess I should say evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Treasure Valley Game Night. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Tonight we come to you live from Middleton, where Skyview makes the trip up the road. No longer conference foes, these two. Middleton made the jump to 5A, Skyview down to 4A. That's where they were last year. That's where they will be this year once again. Skyview and Middleton both made the playoffs a year ago. Middleton went on the road up to Lewiston and came away with the win. They fell to Meridian in the second round of the state tournament last year. Skyview was knocked out in the first round. So these two teams coming in. Skyview starts off 1-1 on the season, as does Middleton. Skyview has a win over Elko, a tight game, which they won, and they fell to Cuna last week. On the other hand, Middleton defeated Nampa last week 31-7. In their first game, they played Rocky Mountain and lost that one 31-21. Then Rocky Mountain just goes to Coeur d'Alene, and they knock off the Vikings, who had just beat Rigby. So it's this whole big mess, and Rocky Mountain beats them. So not a bad look if you're Middleton, where you were very close with the team that went up and beat somebody that had just beaten somebody great. I don't know if you can count that as a positive, but I think you can. I want to start off. Let's start off with a little bit of a rivalry night, right? This is what happens in the Treasure Valley. You've got people that are just connected because it's not that big of a place. So I want to talk about this for just a second. So Middleton and Skyview. There's a business called Lepco. They do something with car washes. And the two business partners at Lepco, one of them is the father of a Middleton player, number 8, Weston Mills. The other is Kent. He is an assistant coach for Skyview and the father of number 33, Blaze Storer. Now, if you'll look, well, you know what? We're going to leave you hanging. We're going to step away for the national anthem and be right back on IdahoSports.com.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the Treasure Valley Prepcast covers every inch of District 3 activities in Idaho.
Coal Valley, we were so much Melba at the 2A WIC that I personally probably owe them an apology that I kind of brushed over Coal Valley. Here's me eating my crow.
Hosted by Logan Green, the Treasure Valley Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing, or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, And yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back, everyone, as the Vikings take the field there. You see the band at midfield as they play the Middleton fight song. So let me get back to what we were just talking about. So we were talking about those two business partners at Lepco, car wash business in Boise. One of the partners, Sean, his son plays for Middleton. Kent, his son plays for Skyview. He's an assistant coach. Just check this out right here. This is what Sean's wife did to Kent's office. If you can get a picture of it this week. She decorated it full of Middleton gear. You know, over here on the right side, you can see it says, you know, I wish I was a Middleton coach, which is pretty funny. And then my favorite player is Weston Mills, which is her son. So it's very funny when you see things like this, right? When you see people joking back and forth, decorating someone's. I grew up where rivalries were a big thing, and people always did this type of stuff. So it's really funny to see it here at this level. So some fun investment. I'm sure there's some you have to buy me lunch type deals on the back end for this one. So fun story to check out here. In this one between two business partners that have sons on either side. So again, we mentioned it. Middleton comes into this one 1-1. They had a big win last week against Nampa. Watch out for their quarterback, number 11, Cash Weeks. He's a first-year starter, a senior for Middleton. He takes over for his final year of varsity play here at quarterback. One player to watch on defense, we just talked about him, Weston Mills. He has 2 interceptions so far here on the season. He has one that he took back for a touchdown in the first game, and then his second interception came last week against Nampa. So really hard, you know, if you're Skyview, you got to avoid him on that side. He's going to try and go after the ball, try and make a play, make it 3 interceptions in 3 games. I don't know if anybody in the state has 3 interceptions yet on the season right now. I'll have to look that stat up, but he would probably be up there at the top. On the opposite side, for Skyview, some players to watch out for. Number 2, Cash Buse. He is a transfer in from Melba, so he's played at Melba for the last couple years. He's a senior who comes up from Melba to Skyview and looking to do some stuff here with the Hawks. They call him the Thorderback, a phrase coined by Bronco Mendenhall. He's a dual threat smash mouth quarterback. Cash Buse is a all-star athlete across multiple sports, and he's not your nimble quarterback. He will plow you through. So that's a nice one to have on your team. So here we go. Middleton and Skyview about to kick off. Looks like Middleton has won the kick. They elect to receive, or won the toss, I'll say. Skyview will boot it away. The kick will come off the foot of number 14, Tyler Kinsman. He is a 5-star recruit as a punter and kicker, and he has multiple offers for college as the Middleton Viking clap gets started here. Usually they do that later on. Usually they do that like between the 3rd and 4th quarter, but I guess they're doing it right there right now. So here we go. Middleton hasn't taken the field. There's still 50 seconds on the clock, and Middleton's taking all of it as Skyview's out there ready to kick it. Skyview in the white jerseys, black helmets, black pants, and black socks. Not everybody has black shoes. Middleton in the blue helmets, blue jerseys, white pants. And this is something I didn't realize till last week. Somebody told me. It's something I never paid attention to. That teams this year, for the first time, can wear multicolored shirts and pants. You used to have to wear white and white, blue and blue, black and black, whatever. This year they can mix it up. So a little change of scenery on the field. So here we go. Again, this kick coming off the foot of Kinsman, and he boots this one. This will go out the back of the end zone. That does not hit in the end zone. That goes behind it, and we are underway here in Middleton. It'll be 1st and 10 Vikings, ball on the 20-yard line for the first drive of week 2. Technically for these teams it's week 3, but both played a, quote, week 0 game to start things off. Now Skyview played Elko. Elko played Middleton a couple years ago here on this field, and the Vikings had their way with the Indians out of Elko, Nevada. So here we go, 1st and 10, Cash Weeks will line up behind center in the shotgun formation. He has Pachi Franks right behind him, Holman up to his right. There's the snap. Franks takes the opening handoff, and he rolls forward for a gain of about 4 down to the 24-yard line. For Middleton, Pachi Franks, he has played for a couple of seasons here at running back for the Vikings, also a linebacker, 6'1", 225. And he has a couple of touchdowns under his belt to start the season. Just underway here from Middleton, 11:30 on the clock as we are here on a windy day on top of the press box in Middleton. 2nd and 6, Weeks to pass right side, and that's out of the hands of the receiver. That was intended for number 14, Colton Severa, who drops it. The junior not able to bring it in. He would have been wrapped up immediately, but it would have been a gain of about 3 and made it 3rd and 3 instead of now 3rd and 6, which you would think probably brings them through the air here if you're Middleton. So a couple of personnel changes here for Middleton. Drew Holman comes in as well with Cole Holman, so the Holman brothers. Their mom is the principal of Mill Creek Elementary, just down the road here in Middleton. So Weeks in the shotgun. He'll take it. Franks gets it. He's got a hole. Pachi Franks, he's breaking free. He's across midfield, down to the 40. It's a foot race now, and they'll bring him down inside the 30. Pachi Franks with a huge run on 3rd and 6. Big run there for Pachi Franks on the run on 3rd down as he rolls forward. First down, Cash Weeks on the handoff, this time to Holman, and a quick flag comes out. This well behind the play by the side judge over here. Cole Holman, and he only got about a yard. Let's see what the whistle's for. It was definitely before the play. So a false start going to be called here on Middleton. So it'll knock them back 5 yards. We'll redo it. So 1st and 15 now. 1st and 15 for Middleton. So we've seen a heavy dose of Pachi Franks. As Middleton, you know, I saw a lot of games last week. I was over at the Rocky Mountain Rumble in eastern Idaho, and some teams did not even meet. They just ran to the line and ran the play. So 1st and 15, that one on the ground. Weeks gets it. He'll throw left side. He's got a man. That's Bishop, and Bishop plays defender. He has to go up and knock the ball away from Skyview's number 1, who was going to come away with an interception right there. That was Aiden Martinez. He's the 2nd fastest player at the 4A level, and his coach said when they need a big play in the passing game, it's from him, whether it's offense and defense. And right there, he almost came away with a big interception in the end zone. So it'll be 2nd down and 15, 10:08 on the clock here. Ball spotted right there at the 27-yard line here from Middleton High School. New turf. Middleton had turf, and they replaced that turf. This one looks a lot better, and another false start coming here. The old one had a little bit of a bow. You know, they kind of get that a little bump towards midfield. This one looks a lot cleaner. Most teams are just getting the turf field. Middleton got a new one, so a great facility here at Middleton. And here on the home side, it's about 70% full. A couple of Skyview fans across the way made the short drive from Nampa. Couple of clouds in the sky, but no threat of rain like last week where I had to sit through an hour and a half of lightning delays. Here's the snap, 2nd down, 2nd and 20 now, and Pachi goes forward for about 2.5, we'll say 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 17 here for Middleton. So after a great play on 3rd down, the Middleton Vikings have had a couple of penalties that have knocked them back in 3rd and long here. Whistle. there are worse days that you could have for football in August, like where you're sweating a ton and it's 1,000,000 degrees. We'll take the 80-degree day.
Breezy
That's
air. Yeah.
it is nice.
Better
Weeks.
than a hurricane.
And that one way over the head of the receiver. That intended for Severa. But uncatchable there. There was a little contact, but it really didn't matter. So 4th and long. You talk about a hurricane. It made me laugh a couple weeks ago when we had that remnant. I grew up in North Carolina, and when we had the remnants of that hurricane come up here, everybody's worried about it. And I'm like, y'all, this is child's play. This is child's play.
I mean, being from Montana, I was actually very excited. And there was like that lightning storm on Saturday.
Oh yeah, no, we've had some awesome weather here.
I've never seen one of those.
Cash Weeks on 4th down, wide open across the middle, touchdown Middleton. And he goes again to Severa, his favorite target of the day, his 3rd attempt, and he finally connects with him, this time for 6 points on that was a 29-yard touchdown reception. So number 14, Colton Severa, a 29-yard touchdown reception from the hands of Cash Weeks, number 11, here at the 9:33 mark of the first quarter. Kick is down, kick is up, and that one looks good. It is good. And Middleton, after the extra point there, leads it 7-0 here over Skyview in the first quarter.
You talked about turnout and just the amount of, I guess, fans and audience members, but Middleton really brought it. They have quite the student section. I'll see if I can get a glimpse of them.
Let's see if we can get them. They do typically turn out pretty good.
Somehow they're all dressed in white. I'm not sure what that occasion is, but
schools have a whiteout, a blackout,
yes, okay.
Tropical out.
I guess
See,
my school never did that.
if you look across the way, can you see them over there, Skyview students? I'm not sure if the light will let you do it, but they're having a tropical.
Some sort of.
They're in
they
Hawaiian.
Even make that poster. That's like some extra credit right there.
Yeah, tropic, something about it being hot.
Yeah. And we can scroll down and see the cheerleaders.
Yeah, Middleton has a lot of involvement. You've got a huge cheerleading squad, a big dance team. You saw the band who's still here in the house. Everybody involved. I think Middleton, one of the first schools to start school. They've already been in for 3 weeks, and some schools barely just started this week. So everybody's had time to gel in here in Middleton.
To the school season.
So here we go. Middleton will kick it off. This one, good kick. It will drop at the 10. It'll be picked up in return. Coming all the way across and wrapped up for a return of about 7 yards. That one was number 9 on the return, Leon Hensley. He's a downhill safety on defense. That time he was a kick returner with a 9-yard return. That's one where I wonder, you never want to just watch a kick go, but if that were to go out of bounds, all of a sudden it's a different game in terms of field position. So here we go, 1st and 10, Skyview, ball on the 19-yard line. They will be led again. Cash Buse in at quarterback for Skyview. Play action here and nowhere to run. Wrapped up immediately. Big number 61 on the stop for Middleton. That's Toby Jones, the junior. 6 foot, 220 pounds. Not many people are going to get out of the grasp of Jones down there.
Yeah, I don't know if short routes are going to be their strategy tonight. Yeah.
And that's what Skyview wants to do. They want to run the ball. So 2nd down, Buse will roll to his left. Looking to throw, and this one knocked out of the hands of the receiver, number 13, DJ Rosty. That was Holman on the defense there for Middleton. It'll be 3rd and 12. Third down. Skyview got to come up with something here. 3rd and 12. Ball on the 17-yard line. And Middleton jumps here. So this will help significantly for the Hawks as they're going to get an extra 5. A 3rd and 12 is now a 3rd and 7. So maybe a little change in play here for Skyview, at least a better chance of whatever it was they had drawn up. 3rd down. Buse rolls to his left. There's the throw. He's got a man wide open and hits him across midfield. Here goes Skyview, and he's going to take it all the way into the house. Mason Cron goes all the way. On 3rd and 7, Cash Buse found him around midfield, and nobody was back for Middleton. And just like that, Skyview drops 6 quick points.
I mean, what can we say? I mean, the long routes work out for them, right?
Wow, you were right, Katie.
Wow.
Go deep there. That was a 78-yard touchdown reception by number 0, Mason Cron, for Skyview from Cash Buse. My goodness, that's a way to tie things up pending the extra point.
Wow. That's probably not something I expected, but we needed that for certain.
And there's that foot. Holy smokes.
Wow.
That kick went beyond the track. That would have been good from 40. And we are all tied up at 7 here in Middleton. So we're only at the 8:42 mark, and both teams have a score. Both teams had huge plays on 3rd down in this one. Middleton had that long run by Pachi Franks. Skyview had that long pass by Cash Buse to Cron, and all of a sudden, we're all tied up here at 7. Thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com, Treasure Valley Game Night from Middleton High School.
I mean, we were talking about it currently, I guess pregame before this game started, that the record for last year, kind of the favors were more towards Middleton. So I wonder if Skyview knew that, and they're just coming to play. You know, they practiced over the summer, so why not show off?
And they took a shot there. Yeah, I'm sure they've
Absolutely.
been working on that play. You bait a team so many times with those short plays, and Middleton was not ready for that. So here's the kick. That one will land right at the goal line, and Middleton will return from there. Trying to catch the edge and gets across the 20 and hit late out of bounds. But I think that was a little, it's all right. And that's what the refs say. That was number 85, Kenson Maxwell, on the return. So 1st and 10 for Middleton, ball on the 22-yard line. We'll see what the Vikings can come back out with after giving up that long touchdown play to Skyview. Weeks in the shotgun. He's got Holman to his left. Holman gets it. Holman's got some room to run. He's going to break free and squirts through, and he's still on his feet, and Cole Holman breaks through across the 40, across the 30. He's going to be caught up by number 6, Nathan Gravitt, who brings him down. But my goodness, Cole Holman, talk about a slow developing play. He waited for his blockers right around the 30-yard line, waited for them to get in front of the defense, and turned on the Jets. Middleton has 2 long rushes to start this game off, and they're already knocking on the door of the red zone again. So 1st and 10 Vikings, now ball on the other 22. This time a handoff to Pachi Franks, who's going to go into the end zone. 2 plays, 78 yards, touchdown Middleton. Middleton, that touchdown run by number 26, Pachi Franks, a 22-yard run here at the 7:54 mark of the first quarter. Well, if you wanted fireworks, this was the game to watch. So just like that, that'll bring out Woodruff to kick the extra point again. Caden Woodruff. This one up, and this one a knuckle ball. That one's no good, wide right. Looked like he might have kicked the ground, like with his heel.
Yeah.
Those are always dangerous, missing an extra point, especially in a game like this.
That's going to be the first thing that they start blaming.
And on the other side, when you've got a kicker on the opposite side like Tyler Kinsman, who can make those long kicks, who is a 5-star recruit, you got to watch out for that, because when a kick needs to be made, you know Skyview is going to be able to be there for it. Thanks for watching. Alex Johnson tuning in. He just told me he's watching the broadcast from home. He usually works with us, Katie. He's worked with us a few times. He'll be with me tomorrow at the Battle in Boise. Again, there will be 3 games. That's going to be very exciting. 3 games tomorrow in Boise on the blue at Boise State between Kendrick and Oakley, which will probably be the best game of the day. Then you've got Emmett and Fruitland, which will be a great rivalry matchup. And then you've got the chance to see the stud from Burley, the 5-star recruit who just committed to Boise State, Gatlin Bear. So a great day of football tomorrow. You can catch it all right here on IdahoSports.com. So this kick, knuckleball again, will be caught at the 4-yard line. Some room to run, and he sneaks through and is brought down at the 24. A 20-yard return on that kickoff by Leon Hensley. It'll be 1st and 10 Skyview, who only needed 3 plays to score on the last drive. Middleton only needed 2. So we've only had about 8 offensive plays and 3 touchdowns.
I mean, that's a good high. That's a good record to keep this game fast and upbeat.
Update over in Eastern Idaho, a game that you can watch on IdahoSports.com as well. Skyline is up on Highland right now, 12-7. Skyline, one of the best programs of the state, no matter the classification. So here we go, 1st and 10. Cash Bush in the shotgun. He's got trips up top here for the Hawks. Man in motion coming around on the jet sweep, and Middleton snuffs it out. A couple of different Vikings there on the hit, led by number 5. He was the first one in there. Peyton Hess brings him down for Middleton. 7.5 minutes to go here from Middleton. When it gets darker here, later in the season, mid-October, it's cool because Middleton's up on the hill, right, of the Treasure Valley, and you can look down and you can see lights from different stadiums every night, which is kind of cool. You can see all the other games.
Yeah, I always enjoy this spot, especially since you get the sunset behind you and, as you said, the lights in front of you. It also smells like manure.
It does. Well, there's a dairy right up the road.
Exactly, but it smells so good.
Yeah, Middleton, there are a lot worse places to do a football game, as that one incomplete on the left side. It's definitely you're not in Boise anymore. That's for sure. So it'll be 3rd and 9 here. 3rd and long was no problem for Skyview on the last drive, as Buse went deep to Cron for a touchdown, as the Hawks look over to the sideline for the call. They've got it in. Here we go, 3rd and 9. Middleton jumped off sides on what would have been a 3rd and 12 and made it a 3rd and 7. Buse waits the snap. He'll hold it again and throws across the middle, and that one out of the hands. It would have been a 1st down. It would have been a huge gain to number 33, Blaze Storer. Storer was right there, and if he gets his hands on that one a little bit high, but he's at least at midfield on that, if not more. So at 7:02 mark here of the first, our first punt will come from Skyview. That's a tough one if you're Skyview right there, because that perfect play call again on 3rd down, had the man open, just could not connect.
I mean, the only worry I would have is if it was too high.
And the punt is blocked! The punt is blocked by number 26, Pachi Franks. So he's got a touchdown today, and now he's got a block punt to his name, and he is excited down there. He was well back there. I mean, he could have eaten that punt for breakfast. He was there waiting for it.
I mean, great placement now, right?
He blew through the line.
Oh, my.
So Middleton's going to take over in phenomenal field position. They're going to have the ball here at the 17. They're going to put 18 on the board at the 18-yard line. So the Vikings will have it 1st and 10. And Franks is back there with them. Last time out, Franks ran it in for a touchdown from 22 yards out. We'll see if he gets his hand on the ball here on 1st down. Trips here to the near side. Weeks will go to the air on this one. He goes deep. He's got a man open. Touchdown, Middleton. Bang, bang. Just like that, an 18-yard touchdown pitch and catch to number 18, that's 85, Kenson Maxwell. There's a flag behind the play. So maybe not yet. We'll wait to see the play or the call. And the way Middleton's reacting, it might be on them. Oh, touchdown is good. After the play, we have a personal foul against Middleton and a personal foul against Skyview. Those penalties will offset, and we'll have the extra point. So an 18-yard touchdown reception by number 85, Kenson Maxwell, as the Vikings now have 2 touchdowns on about 6 plays so far, 8 plays, we'll say. They had 6 plays on that first drive, 1 play on the second, or 2 plays the second drive, and only 1 here. There's nowhere to go. You can't have a less than a 1-play drive. I guess you could score on defense. So 19-7 the score now. And Middleton's going to go for 2. They're going to try to recoup that missed PAT. Snap is low. It'll go to Holman, who's in. Cole Holman gets the run, and we are now at 21-7. That was good. Yeah, I'm wondering if he didn't see it, and everybody was like, "That was good." But I think they just didn't. Maybe he wasn't watching exactly there, because it was pretty clear from up here that he was in. They got it taken care of up there. It's a thankless job.
There was quite a bit of chaos going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, at first I didn't even think that he was getting the ball, because there's at least 5 or 6 others that are just rotating around the zone.
Like you said, I mean, Middleton had that play where they've got 4 guys behind the line, and it's that indicative of what you might see from a Army or Navy, somebody who runs a triple option where they're all cramped in there. And Holman was the one to get it. He goes in. Yeah. 21-7 now, Middleton on top. They have 3 touchdowns from the hands of 3 different players.
Ooh, that's a scary line, considering they're all pretty versatile.
Yeah, and there's other players who have not scored who will be in the mix. Like Cole Holman has not scored. We've had Maxwell with a touchdown reception, Severo with a touchdown reception, and then Pachi Franks had that touchdown run for Middleton. And just like that, 21-7, 6:51 to go here in the first quarter. It is 7:30, and we are not halfway done with the first quarter. Buckle in, as that kick is short, and somebody's got to pick that up for Skyview, and it turns into a great return here, all the way up near midfield, just shy of the 40-yard line. That one died around the 15, and I thought Skyview wasn't going to catch up to it. I've seen a similar play happen on the same field a couple years ago. Bishop Kelly kicked it, same direction, same part of the field, and it just died around the 25, and nobody was there. And everybody's like, "You got it?" "No, you got it." And nobody had it, and Bishop Kelly came down and picked it up. It was a de facto onside kick. They weren't planning to do it, but they did it.
In volleyball, because I know that a whole lot better than football, but
yeah.
In volleyball we call that a campfire ball, where everyone stands around.
Like, are you going to have it? No,
like,
I'm not going to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
So on first down, Buse will run it, and he does not get back to the line of scrimmage. It loses about half a yard. It'll stay 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10 Skyview. 6.5 minutes to go here, first quarter. Stay tuned. We'll have we're not even close, but we will have the Next Steps halftime show. Next Steps Idaho can help you get to the career that you want, whatever's next in your life, whether it's school or a different career. Just be sure to check out Next Steps Idaho for more information. Little screen pass works effectively for Skyview. They're going to pick up. Ball is out, but it goes out of bounds. On the reception was number 10 for Skyview, Henry Downey. Coach says he's the most intelligent football player on the team. So Downey, great job on catching that screen, just goes out of bounds. They're going to say they're going to spot the ball back where the screen went out of bounds, the fumble. He was up around the 47 when he dropped it, but it went back. So it'll be 3rd and 5. I would think it might be go for it territory here for Skyview. Cash Buse looks over to the sideline for the call. Student section on their feet here from Middleton. Buse will keep it. He runs through, and he's going to be stopped after about a gain of 2. It'll be 4th and 3. Kind of had to shove one of his own offensive linemen out of the way to get that across the line of scrimmage, as he was in a little bit of trouble there. So 4th down, 3 yards to go. And they are going to go for it here. See if they can get him to jump. They have done that before. Two receivers here to the near side for Skyview. They've gone to the air on big plays. Buse will keep it, and he's wrapped up in the backfield and not able to get away. He got away from the first defender, but not the second. And the ball will go over to Middleton. So pretty much everything for Skyview has either been in the middle or to the far side of the field. Nothing over here to the near side. We mentioned Weston Mills. He has those 2 interceptions on the year. Maybe avoiding him, I don't know, but maybe that's just the game plan. But everything has been over there so far. So with 5:12 to go here in the first quarter, Middleton is up 21-7. They'll take back over.
Yeah, my concern is the fact that they're going short routes now still, and I figured
the long play worked.
Yeah, they'd already find out that like short is not for them currently, considering they're such a great defensive line.
And Weeks somehow gets that pass to Sevra, and the near official said he caught it. The far official came running across. I don't know if it matters. There's another flag in the backfield and another false start on Middleton. Middleton has about, I think, 5 penalties so far to start off this one. They had 2 false starts on the first drive. They had an offsides on that second one. And then they had another false start, and now another one here. Middleton coached by Bill Brock. He's been at the helm for the Vikings for over 20 years. I'm not sure if there is another coach that has been somewhere as long, especially here in the Treasure Valley. If there is, it's probably in eastern Idaho. So first and 15, they'll hand it off to Holman here. Holman spins forward, and he gets a good chunk. He gets 8. We'll call it 9 yards. So that'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Vikings. Cole Holman on the run. He was our IdahoSports.com player of the game last week in their win over Nampa. Again, this one of 3 games tonight on Idaho Sports. Eagle and Cuna, as well as Highland and Skyline. And here's a pass, floats it deep and out of bounds. And the Middleton fans want a flag here, but that is on the receiver for going out of bounds. He put himself in a position to not catch it. That's Caden Woodruff. Number 3. 21-7 here. Another 3rd down for Middleton, 3rd and 6. Oh, it's 3rd and 5. Third and 5. Middleton has shown a good amount of balance in this situation where they've run it on 3rd down, they've thrown it on 3rd down, they've been able to convert in both situations, and a timeout is going to be called here by Middleton. So timeout on the field. We'll take a quick one with them. We'll be right back on IdahoSports.com.
We're Valley-wide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks, Valley-wide, for your continued support of high school coverage here on IdahoSports.com. You know, I was over in eastern Idaho last week, and I think I ate all my meals at the Valley-wide in Rexburg. They have a chicken place inside, a crispy, crunchy chicken, and I'm a Southern boy at heart, which I am. So Cash Weeks, he pitches it right side on the option, and this is going to be close. They're going to be about a yard short, as that pitch was to Jordan Leonard. And, wow, Leonard fought forward and stumbles across the yard to gain down to the 35. So it's a 1st down. And I can make that joke because I am Southern. If you made it, Katie, I'd be offended. You can't tease me about liking fried chicken.
You do have a point there.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally just kidding.
Well, I am gluten-free, so I wouldn't even know the glory of it either.
Oh, man. and it is glorious. Another flag or a whistle. No, Middleton's going to take another timeout.
Wow. You know, it's such a fast-paced game that I feel like they might be just trying to stretch it out.
And it looked like there was some issue with Woodruff here on the near side. Maybe he was, let's see. I think he might have been an extra player on, and so Coach Brock takes the timeout to avoid the penalty.
What would one more be?
Yeah, what is it? What's it matter?
Like we're at like 7 now.
If you get away with it,
Yeah.
that's only bad if you get caught. That's the only reason you can't have more. I'm just kidding. I do not actively condone cheating.
I mean, especially when you're this far ahead. Like, you want to say you won honorably, but
Yeah, you know, you don't need that.
yeah, not saying Skyview can't catch up, considering it's about, you know,
No, and
it's a 2-possession or 4-possession game.
I mean, there's been games here in the Treasure Valley already to start the season. I mean, Timberline was up 28-0 on Bora 2 weeks ago and lost 40-28. So, and here is another flag.
Huh. Now, I feel like if Skyview just continues to figure out their long routes, they should be a little better.
Yeah, they're going to have to take some shots for sure down 2.
Yeah. Try the right side, considering it looks like Middleton's figured it out.
And it worked on the touchdown, and then it worked on that third down in the middle of the field. They didn't catch it, and it was there. They've had it there. They just maybe need to
They
look
have
at that.
open spots. They just got to use them.
So we'll do this again, 1st and 15, as Middleton now, I think that's their 5th false start. 3:50 to go here in the first quarter, as the sun will set behind us soon enough. Here's the handoff to Leonard on the jet sweep. He gets around the 40, across to the 35, a gain of about 6 for Jordan Leonard. It'll be 2nd down and 9, 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It feels like the third quarter. There's been a lot that's happened here to start this one off. You'll see on both of these schools when you came into the broadcast, it'll show their name and a link to their page, and below it you'll see some what we call power boosters. They're great sponsors for the school, like we have Garbanzo's Pizza for Middleton. Some others include Clear Mortgage, and so if you're interested in that, you can just reach out to me. It's Logan at IdahoSports.com if you're interested for either team or any team here in the Treasure Valley or all across the state, as Holman takes that one downfield for about 6 yards. It'll be third and a long 2. We'll call it 3. But, you get a nice banner that goes up on all of the school pages, so anytime somebody goes to look at Middleton's football schedule, you'll be right there, and it clicks right to your website. So it's just a great way. You're watching this broadcast for free. You are. You didn't pay to get in here. You didn't make an account or anything like that, so we function off of that. So if you want to help support us to cover these kids, just be sure to reach out. Again, Logan at IdahoSports.com if you're interested in doing that. So here we go, 3rd down, and Pachi Franks is going to be short. He'll be stopped at the 27-yard line. He needed the 25, and based off what I've seen on the kicks from Woodruff, I don't think that they're not in field goal range. That would be a long field goal. It would be about a 45-yarder from here. So it looks like the Vikings will go for it. 4th down, 2 yards to go. They've got 3 backs behind Weeks now, and the Vikings got him to jump. Skyview jumps offside, makes contact with the line right there on the right side. Big number 72, Kodiak Eccles, was right there, and he's the one that got the hands to the shoulder pads, the center, as well as number 75, Isaac Meyer. So Eccles and Meyer right there, and now 1st down. Holman breaks free. Holman's going to go right side. Holman's going to go in for a touchdown. Cole Holman, a 22-yard touchdown run for Middleton, number 44, at the 1:29 mark of the first quarter, and Middleton has turned it on. Now 4 touchdowns from 4 different players here in the first quarter.
And that's going to make our decision for the best athlete.
I know.
hard.
I'll just say, if this keeps up, you just say Middleton offense.
Yeah, exactly. There we are.
Because right now they are on fire.
I don't know if you'd call Middleton's offense scrappy, but we've noticed in so many like third downs and fourth downs, they figure it out real fast.
They do. They've had to fight their way for it as, again, that extra point no good, and a flag comes off. A Skyview player is missing their helmet, and they motioned away a Middleton player that looked like it was Drew Holman. So I'm wondering if this was maybe, again, we've already seen it once where 2 players got into it. Personal fouls on both teams. The officials are discussing it. They're still out there discussing it. As a Middleton student section tells the Skyview student sections that they can't hear them. The old adage we've heard.
What did they think? They're about like, what, 100 meters away?
And that, you have to do that if you're a student section.
Oh, absolutely.
They have
you can't do that, Well, back in my, when I was in high school, the year that I was.
It's a long time ago.
I know, it's so long time ago.
Long time ago.
We would get in trouble for doing you can't do that. Was that something that's still happening right now?
Okay, so it is unsportsmanlike conduct on both, so it'll offset. I think you can do that. Like if they turn it over or they travel, they'll say you can't. I don't think you would get in trouble for doing that.
Okay, because I don't know what happened when I was in there, but that was quite the controversy.
Yeah, that's interesting. I got in trouble in high school in a student section. The athletic director thought I went too far. I wasn't being bad. I wasn't being bad, I promise. We had this in basketball. Everybody would sit down. Everybody except me. And it would be dead silent on a free throw, and I'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing? How are you?" And the AD's like, "Stop it, Logan, stop it." I thought it was funny. Yeah. And sometimes I'd sing a song, a solo. It was always fun. So it looks like Middleton did benefit from the penalty as the kickoff got moved up. And Skyview's going to take this one across midfield. So it was a bullet kick. Skyview had that penalty, so it wasn't offsetting. It was on Skyview. The kickoff came from the 45, and Middleton just did a bullet, and almost it backfired because it didn't go through the end zone. It was so quick that the coverage didn't have time to get down there, and he was already 10 yards downfield before anybody got there. So here we go, 1st and 10, Skyview in great field position for the Hawks. So 1st and 10 here, Buse in the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff. He wants to throw. He'll turn around. He's going to be sacked. He'll be brought down by big number 40, Trevin Hoakland, for the first sack of the day for either squad. And they're going to say down at the 37-yard line, a loss of 7 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 17. Now the sunglasses can come off here as the sun is gone. 7:47 local time, 50 seconds on the clock here, and in the first quarter. We're still in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Buse looks to throw. He'll set up the screen left side. He's got some room, and a nice block picked up on the outside, and that's going to be a first down. Good block by the defender here on the outside. That's number 69 for Skyview. Weston Mills was coming in for the tackle, and number 69 branched out. That's Cade Taylor. He's just a sophomore. Coaches really like Cade's upside. But right there, I mean, he's not a big guy, but he came out on that block and pushed Mills to the sideline, which allowed the receiver to get up and pick up that first down. It really won't show up in the book as anything, but it made it happen. So first down, another screen, this one left side. And that one, did it hit the ground? Leonard has the ball, and he's saying it never hit the ground. It bounced out of the hands of the receiver, number 0, Mason Cron, the touchdown reception earlier in the half. And it came out of his hands. It was like a pinball in there, and it was caught by Leonard, but they're going to say it hit the ground. So that'll do it. for the first quarter of play. Middleton leads this one 27-7. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with the second quarter here on IdahoSports.com.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Welcome back, everybody. 27-7 as we start the second quarter here from Middleton. As first play here is a run to the left side and a gain, no, a loss. A loss of a yard. So a loss of 1. It'll come back now and be second down and 11. Third and 11. The board says 10, but it's really 11. No, I'll say 10 now. Just kidding. I take it back. So Buse again in the shotgun. He's got trips here to the near side. One up top, one receiver to his right. Buse looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a sack. And guess who's in there? Number 26, or excuse me, that's not Pachi Franks. I thought it was. It's number 18 on the tackle. That's C.J. Cottle. Holman was in there too as well. Drew Holman, the younger Holman. Drew Holman is just a sophomore. And here comes the punt. And this one almost blocked again. And wow, he totally ran into the kicker. And this punt is going to short return. I'm just focused on Pachi Franks. He ran into the kicker. It wasn't violent, it wasn't roughing, but he bumped into him. And I thought any contact was deemed, there's the 5-yard variety and then there's the 15-yard. And I thought that probably should have been a 5. They let it go, and you saw Pachi Franks and Tyler Kinsman kind of shake hands afterwards. And he has got a big leg for sure. A great punt there. We've seen it on his field goals or his extra point earlier and on his kickoffs. He is a great talent. Idaho has a couple of really good kickers in the state right now. Mountain View's kicker is a 5-star. He's like a top 50 recruit, and he just committed to Boise State. And then you had Ian Hershey, who played at ISU, and now he's at Arizona State for Highland, who was phenomenal. So here we go. Handoff up the middle to Franks, and Franks rumbles forward for about 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 22 here. 10:40 on the clock here as a big old airplane goes over our heads right now. We'll see if we can get that thing up there. It's like not a regular plane. I can't tell what that is.
Yeah.
Little entertainment for you. We'll come back to the real show here. Second down, 2nd and 8. Weeks hands it off. Run up the middle for Franks, and he's down to the 26. A gain of, it looks like a really old, who knows what that was.
Did you see, speaking of planes, on Saturday last week, did you see them do the practice
I heard
flights?
about it, but no, I was doing a bunch of games in eastern Idaho.
Oh, well, I was currently hiking Stack Rock. And
So you could just see them going on. Oh,
yes.
nice.
I was like, yeah.
I heard that it was great.
It's beautiful. But not as great as this game, right?
No, yeah, of course
exactly.
not.
Or
Of course
football.
not.
Or any
Nothing's
football,
as beautiful as football.
Exactly.
3rd and 4, Weeks left side. He's got Severa and a first down across the 35, out of bounds at the 36. 1st and 10 Middleton as they once again convert another 3rd down. Skyview has yet to stop Middleton. They had him on a 4th down play, and Middleton was able to convert that 4th down. And another first down for the Vikings.
I mean, we had talked about how Skyview just needs to start doing longer routes, and I think that's what Middleton's doing better. Is once they find that they're beat, they change their strategy, and I think that's something that they need to learn from their competitors.
Yeah, Middleton doing a great job at mixing things up and going short, and we've seen them go long, seen them run and throw. As this time Weeks will keep it on the option. He's got room. He'll keep it himself, and a nice tackle outside. Once again, number 9, Leon Hensley. We talked about him, the downhill safety. Comes up with a big stop, and Weeks had some room there. I think just straight down the hash mark. He keeps it and tries to go outside, and Hensley brings him down. So only a gain of 2 on that. Would look like it might have been a little bit more. Right now over in Pocatello, Highland up 21-12 now over Skyline. Highland, from what we've seen, might be one of the best teams in 5A this year. They've looked really good. They beat a Utah team pretty soundly last week. And Weeks will keep it on the read option. Weeks is across midfield, and he's bowling forward across the 40, and he is slammed down. Helmets, I think, collided with each other, not on purpose, but they did, as number 1, Aiden Martinez, lost his helmet for Skyview. But Weeks picks up the first down to the 38-yard line, 8:10 on the clock. We've gone 4 minutes in this quarter with no score. That's like a record, as the first quarter was 5 touchdowns in the first quarter.
And I think within like 4 of them within the half of the first quarter.
Oh, yeah, it was within 6 minutes. And that snap really low, and Weeks just makes the smart choice to turn around and fall down on it. He's going to end up losing 12 yards on this. We'll say 11. But that's a situation where sometimes your back is to the defenders. You bend down to pick that ball up, and you turn and you just get engulfed by a defender, sometimes fumbling and even more. Just fall on it, live to fight another play. You can own a copy of this game if you want to watch it later. You might not want to, but I bet somebody in the stadium does that you know. So be sure to let them know that they can come back after the fact, and that's going to be a false start on Middleton, as a couple people moved there. But they can come back. Just let them know, hey, your son had a great play, your nephew, whatever it is. I know you were at the game. You want to watch it? You know what? Just buy it for them. Be a nice friend. Say, hey, here's a link to the game that you're going to get from Idaho Sports. If you want to keep that game, a copy of this game forever, you can do that with any game. Even ones that we've done in the past. So if you think back, you had a son, nephew, brother, whatever, daughter, play basketball, whatever it is, and we did one of their games, you can actually go back and find a copy of that. So just be sure to click the archives on the website, and you can find that pretty nifty there if you want to check that out. So here we go, 2nd and 26, 2nd and forever for Middleton, 6.5 minutes to go. And they're just going to run this one up the middle with Franks. And he gets across midfield back to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 20. And this is probably 4-down territory anyway. So Middleton probably says, hey, you know what, if we can pick up 10, we'll be in great position. I don't think they'd rather pick up 10 than nothing. I mean, you always want to pick up 10 rather than nothing. But in this situation, they don't need to shoot for the first down. I think they're going to go for it no matter what. So if they can get 10 yards, they'd be
just
content.
Yardage away from their competitors.
So here we go, 3rd and 20. Weeks in the shotgun. And, yeah, the Middleton the offense is like, hey, these guys are, you can't bluff on the defense side either. And I think that's going to be a delay of game. It is. Middleton didn't get the snap off in time. So we'll move back another 5 yards as another penalty on Middleton.
Maybe the 15 yards. You said 10 yards?
You're right. Yeah, it gets
out.
moved back every time.
I mean, we said they had a lot of penalties, but I think this quarter is finally when they're actually getting, punished for them.
Yeah, and right now they are. I mean, they've had 2 penalties on this set of downs alone.
Because I think we've seen about 10, right? Just on Middleton alone.
Middleton has probably. I'm not keeping track here, but at least 7, and that's not counting the defensive penalties. Mm-hmm. So here we go. Weeks is going to gun it. He throws it deep, and this one is, dropped. Great defense back there by number 1, but out of the hands Sorry, that was Martinez on the defense. Martinez, I think, got a hand on it. But, man, what a beautiful play. What a pass to Jordan Leonard. Or, excuse me, no, that was knocked away by Martinez. And Middleton had a chance right there, right in the arms, but not able to convert. So this punt goes way over the head, and it's still down, and Middleton's going to drop it at the 20. What there's no other way to say it, of a disaster of a set of downs here for Middleton. They had 1st and 10 at the 38, commit 2 penalties, have a bad snap on a play that Weeks has to fall on. They just cannot stop going backwards, and then on that, the punt, a bad snap, and now all of a sudden, if you're Skyview, you come away with, and think on that 4th down, he probably should have caught it. And now all of a sudden, Skyview is inside the red zone, ball at the 19-yard line.
I mean, hopefully Skyview is going to be able to capitalize on this one, because that's going to close up the 20-point gap that Middleton's develops and probably have a different pace of game.
And Buse goes wide to the right. It's brought down after a gain of maybe 1, maybe 2, 1 yard. And, man, if you're Middleton, they have hopes of doing big things this season. You can't do that against a Meridian and get away with it. You might here against Skyview tonight, but you can't do that against some of the big hitters in the league. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Skyview knocking on the door after that Middleton turnover and a quick slant pass, and the pass is completed down inside the 10. It's going to be down to the 7-yard line. That's Mason Cron again with the reception.
I would just like to make a point. Where did they catch the ball? Straight in the middle.
Right in the middle. Yeah, you're right.
It's going to be open if you do a long pass.
You need to be a coach on the other side, I guess. Katie saw it here first.
I mean, and I'm just learning football. Like, if I'm being honest, I've probably watched, I can count the amount of football games I've watched.
And they've been here with us, right?
What?
And they've been here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the football games that, like, all my guy friends, I've been desperately trying to get them to, like, help me out with football.
And just teach it to you.
Yeah, I'm like, I will help you out with basketball or homework. I don't know.
Whatever it takes.
I just want to know what the touchdown and red zone and everything else means.
And that one was just a short gain. I think he actually lost a yard outside on the right for Henry Downey. So 4 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock here. Buse waits the shotgun snap. He'll roll to his left. He's got room over there. He'll throw for the end zone, and that one is caught for a touchdown. What a phenomenal catch on the left side. My goodness, that is number 13, DJ Rosti, with the touchdown reception. An 8-yard touchdown reception by Rosti, number 13. Holy cow. He was in the air. That ball was thrown where the defender would not catch it and where the receiver had to be on the money for it. And it is dropped right there for the touchdown. Kick is up, and you know that is going to be good off the foot of Kinsman. He is not going to miss many as he blasts it through.
My heart skipped a beat when I saw like 5 groups of children just running.
They want the ball.
Yeah, well, like, you know, that ball could probably clearly go on the street if he tried.
Oh, yeah. No, he probably could boot it there. I'm sure my son is one of he goes over there and plays with them. And it wouldn't be a high school football game without a ton of kids playing football on the end. You know, that's
that's
what they
want to
do.
Be when they're like 18 and 16.
So the first score of the second quarter goes to Skyview here at the 4:01 mark as they capitalize on a Middleton turnover where they were set to punt, and the punt went over the head of the punter.
I mean, whatever Middleton decides to do with this possession, they should probably, I guess, intentionally make less penalties just so that halftime will be a little happier for their coach.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, I'm sure that will be a topic of conversation. It's, guys, don't move on the line. Stop. It's easy for me to say up here, though.
Like, you can't be that excited to play defense or offense.
So Middleton will take the return back. They've got some room here on the left side. This is Ryan Lewis, and Lewis still on his feet. Lewis is still going. Lewis across midfield and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So Lewis came across the field. Ryan Lewis, just a sophomore, all the way from the 10, far side, comes all the way across, gets a nice little gap and a great return. So 1st and 10 now, Middleton, 3:49. They have plenty of time here on this drive to take their time. I always look back just to make sure there's some clouds behind us.
I already got a photo of that.
Hopefully that's not rain.
So pretty.
I think those are just stretchy clouds, hopefully. So again, 3:49, they got plenty of time to make something happen here, and they can take their time. They don't want to give Skyview another chance. Weeks goes across, dangerous pass to Leonard. He threw that into double coverage. Take your pick for Skyview. It could have been intercepted by Henry Downey or DJ Rosti. Rosti just caught the touchdown pass on the other end, but maybe one of the few mistakes you'll see Cash Weeks make. It's probably better that it wasn't in the area of the receiver. Lucas, where are you, Lucas? He's at CUNA. There's a bunch of Gatorade on this table. I'm sure it was Lucas last week. He spilled it. I'm just kidding, Lucas. Not that you're listening. 2nd and 10. Here's the run by Holman. He's up right at the 40-yard line, so he'll pick up a 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, 3.5 minutes to go. I'm sure Middleton will eat as much of this clock here before they snap the ball. And you know, you look back at that last drive, Middleton even had a delay of game. It wasn't just false starts. They had a delay of game mixed up in there.
And I believe they had sportsman conduct foul, personal fouls.
Oh, yeah, they've had a personal foul, yeah.
Yeah, both games, because I think it's quite heated considering, it's the beginning of the season. They're all trying to look good.
And they know each other.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Here's the snap. Holman is not going to get it, and it's kept by Weeks, and he gets his helmet ripped off, and he picks up a yard. It's going to be 4th and 5. And this is interesting because Cash Week loses his helmet. He can't stay in for another play. He has to come out because he lost his helmet. So we're going to see who they keep in there or if they can take a timeout. But he can't stay in because he lost his helmet. We'll see who they put out there at quarterback. And they've got a lot of moving parts right now. It's going to be Holman, Drew Holman. He's got his brother Cole to his right. They're going to try to get him to jump. And Middleton ends up jumping. So another Viking penalty, and it'll move it back 5 more yards. But now and that's Cash Weeks is here asking, do I get to come in? And the official says, no, you don't. You have to come back. And he said, well, you know what, it was a penalty, so now can I come?
And it looks like the official continued to
made him stay out. You know, if he had just taken the snap and taken the knee, then he could have come back in. So, interesting rule. I wonder if it's more of a time frame thing in the future if you look at it more. Anyways.
Yeah, I just figured it was a safety precaution or whatnot.
Holman, well, it is. Holman throws it, and they're not going to pick up the first down here. It is. They want you to stay off for a play in case, of a head injury or anything. But it's just funny. You could have a play, like if you had 4 penalties in a row, for instance, and you still couldn't go out there even though it took 5 minutes. Or you could do one play and somebody takes a knee, and then you can go back out after 30 seconds. It's just funny how
it all kind of works
for safety, you got to stay here for all those,
but there's quite a bit
those
of
penalties.
Involved.
But yes. Yeah, and I mean, that definitely played into it there, him not being able to play. And now Middleton is going to take a timeout as no one was on the far side. That was Weston Mills. That wasn't. I know Weston, so I can laugh at that. That's not. I'm not teasing him. But he was not over there, so they had to call a timeout, as that would have exposed that right side of the field. Nobody would have been over there. So 2:05 to go here in the quarter. And again, an update over in Eastern Idaho, 24-12, Highland up on Skyline. I'll see if I can get an update on that Eagle-Cuna game. I think that game is going to be a lot better than people anticipate. I think Cuna is a good team this year. Let's see here. Oh, halftime there. Once their halftime show is over, we'll get you a score there. 2:05 to go now. Buse looks to go right, under pressure. He'll get away, keeps it on the ground, and he rolls forward and picks up a good chunk of yards. And he got walloped, and he shoved somebody in the face. No love lost between these two teams right now, as no one is not taking the opportunity to not hit someone. If you pick up what I'm putting down, if there's a chance to make a hit, they're both.
I mean, yeah,
why not?
With personal fouls, I think we could draw that conclusion.
Buse looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Pachi Franks comes in there on the sack. Jones was giving pressure. Franks came in and finished the job, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and long. And this is one where Middleton probably wishes they had they had to take a timeout there because they didn't have all the personnel out, and they would have loved to take one right here and maybe get the ball back. Skyview is going to be able to eat up a lot of the time here before half. Just a minute to go here in the first half. Buse rolls to his left, looks to throw, sets his feet, not there. He'll get hit, and it is caught. Wow. Again on the reception, Rosti tiptoeing the sideline, and he catches it right at midfield. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock with 51 seconds left. It'll be 4th and 3. The Middleton defense asks for the fans to stand up here on 4th down. 4th and 3. Buse rolls right, under pressure. Short passes, caught for the first down and out of bounds. That's all they needed. They got it. A short pass on the right side to Aiden Martinez, and Martinez gets down to the 38, 1st and 10. He went out of bounds at the 41. 1st and 10, though, Skyview, 45 seconds left. If Skyview can score here, they'll be in a great spot as they will get the ball to start the second half. And they were down 27-7 just a few minutes ago. But some mistakes on offense for Middleton. And that one is intercepted by Cole Holman. Right there, the first defensive takeaway for the Vikings. And Holman steps in front of the pass and ends the threat. That would have been a huge play for Skyview if they could have gotten down in there and scored, but they're going to come up empty-handed here. 39 seconds to go till halftime. We'll see if the Vikings can put something on the board with 39 seconds. They don't have any timeouts, so they're going to have to get out of bounds or get to the line quickly.
If it's anything like that first quarter, they have a chance.
They do, and we saw 2 touchdowns on 2 straight, essentially almost 2 straight plays. Yeah. It was like 3 touchdowns in 4 or 5 plays. So here we go, Weeks in the shotgun. Weeks, he's gonna look to throw. He's got a couple of options here. That one across the middle, and Leonard, and he's gonna get a flag thrown. Excuse me, that's number 14. Not Leonard, that's Severa. So Severa went up. He sold that one well. The drama teacher would be pleased, as looked like it was a little bit high, and that's what Skyview was asking for, but if you can make it appear one way and it's not, kudos to you. So it's going to be a first down. It's going to be pass interference. We'll move it up 15 yards. Ball will be spotted at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Middleton. Only 6 seconds came off the clock there. 33 seconds to go now here in the first half. So Weeks has 2 receivers up top as well down here on the near side. He'll drift back. He's looking to throw. Plenty of time. He'll finally throw it deep. He's got Severa who catches it in traffic, and he's down at the 20. The Vikings will sprint up to the line now. Great catch by Severa. Middleton in business now. 25 seconds. Clock has now started. Weeks waits the snap. He'll look left side. He's still looking left side. He's going to go to the end zone. This one up and intercepted in the end zone. But a flag is down. And if it's on Middleton, a pre-snap penalty, they will be grateful for a penalty pre-snap here because it would negate the penalty or negate the interception. That was in a lot of traffic there. Here's the call. Oh, ineligible man downfield for Middleton. So Middleton turns it over. Back-to-back interceptions on both teams in about 26 seconds. As that one, Weeks was just trying to force it there. You know, that's one, sometimes you just throw it away and fight another day. And instead he throws it in the end zone. And Buse is going to take a knee, and that's going to do it for the first half. So one half in the books here from Middleton. And the Vikings lead the Hawks 27-14 at halftime. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the Next Steps halftime show here on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over at Pay Lake?
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to What If, Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the Treasure Valley Prepcast covers every inch of District 3 activities in Idaho.
Coal Valley, we were so much Melba at the 2A WIC that I personally probably owe them an apology that I kind of brushed over Coal Valley. Here's me eating my crow.
Hosted by Logan Green, the Treasure Valley Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing, or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there.
later. Toyota. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome, everybody, to the Next Steps halftime report here from Middleton. Thinking about what's next for your career or education, Next Steps Idaho can help bring you closer to the life you want to lead. 27-14, our halftime score. Let's take a look here at the scoring report here in the first half. At the 4:33 mark of the first quarter, a 29-yard touchdown run. That was from, a reception from Sevra, made it 7-0 Middleton. A 78-yard touchdown pass just a few seconds later tied the game up at 7 for Skyview. That was number 0, Mason Cron, who caught that. Then Middleton scored three straight touchdowns, a 22-yard run from Pachi Franks, an 18-yard reception from Maxwell, and then finally a 12-yard run from Holman made it 27-7 after a missed extra point. They missed one extra point in there. They went for 2 and got it back, and then they missed another one. So Middleton right now has only booted one of their extra points through, gone for 2 and converted it, and then scored on the next one. And then an 8-yard touchdown reception, one of the best you'll see from number 13, DJ Rosti for Skyview, put it at 27-14. That was a phenomenal catch here on the left side of the field. And both of these teams have had good moments. Both have had some not so good moments. And I think for Middleton, you look back at the end of the half, the way they finished. They started strong, and they were strong throughout. 27-7 lead. Outside of the one long play down the field, they had held the lead and been very strong. And then they had a bad set of downs here. They got down to around the 35, had a fumble that they recovered at the 50, got some yards back, got a penalty, got some yards back, got another penalty. Then they got another penalty. Had to delay a game, false start, all sorts of issues. It's pre-snap. We don't have a hold yet. We don't have a block in the back. We don't have an offensive pass interference. These are all pre-snap penalties that are really torturing them, and I think really keeping the score where it's at. Because even on the third down play where Skyview scored early on, they were offsides on that play earlier. It was 3rd and 12. They go offside, change the play, and just something to think about there. Middleton probably could be up more, but after that terrible set of downs, Middleton fumbles the punt. Skyview picks it up all the way back at the 20. This was a first down for Middleton at the 35, the Skyview 35, and the ball comes all the way back. I want to take this off the board here because you guys need to watch the Middleton dance team right now. They're really good. They've got, 12 girls out there right now? Something like that?
I think there's one guy.
One guy. All right, awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll watch them. They get some time here on the Next Steps halftime show. Everybody, Friday night's just not for the football players, but it's for everybody.
Thursday night, too. So
it's Thursday.
bonus.
Oh, my gosh,
yeah.
It is Thursday.
Oh, I was just thinking that. I just had that conversation in my head, I promise you. I was like, I can't wait for Saturday.
Football on Thursday is not the worst thing in the world.
It's a good pregame bonus.
There's a lot of college football. I totally forgot. I've been busy with this. My favorite college football team plays tonight. Of course I have to check in with that. Oh, good. NC State is up 24-14 over UConn. Important things up here that you have to check in. And, oh, baby, the Vandals all over Lamar, 35-3. You love to see it. Go Vandals up 35-3 in the opening. Idaho Vandals in the top 10 to start the season at the FCS level. So I'm a Vandal grad if you couldn't tell, unapologetically for that. But I don't hate anybody. So should be a fun day at Boise State tomorrow on the blue for those teams again we have. So let's throw back up the Next Steps halftime show graphic here for you. Again, Next Steps Idaho, a great company to work with. They're connected with the State Board of Education. They help you find out what you want to do next in life, whether it's a career change, whether it's, if you're a junior or senior in high school, wondering what to do next. And it's not just, okay, you're going to go to a 4-year college and that's it. Because like Katie, you're doing nursing right now, and maybe it's nursing for someone, right? Maybe it's something else. And like, did you know 2 years ago exactly what you wanted to do?
Oh man, I'm still currently.
No. Look, I have a master's degree in accounting.
Oh wow.
And here I am doing this.
Broadcasting.
So it's
I don't know, which one would you say is funner?
Oh, this. No, accounting is not fun. I worked for one of the big 4 accounting firms, and there is nothing fun about that. I mean, lunch is fun, but it makes me think back to Boston College a couple years ago in basketball. They didn't win a single conference game, and they interviewed a guy after the season. They said, what was your favorite part of the year? And he said, the team dinners.
I mean,
if you lose all your games,
way to be optimistic.
But nobody knows it's really hard to know what your next steps is.
Absolutely.
And Next Steps Idaho can help you out with that. nextsteps.idaho.gov. If you just go to our homepage, they're all over the place. You can find them. You can click on it, go right to their website. You can find out all sorts of information on them there. So thanks again for tuning in to the Next Steps halftime show. We'll take a quick break and be back with the second half here on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over at Pay Lake?
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to What If, Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the Treasure Valley Prepcast covers every inch of District 3 activities in Idaho.
Coal Valley, we were so much Melba at the 2A WIC that I personally probably owe them an apology that I kind of brushed over Coal Valley. Here's me eating my crow.
Hosted by Logan Green, the Treasure Valley Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing, or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
Dear road rivals, you may have 4 wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
And welcome back, everybody, here at Middleton High School. As we begin the second half, Skyview will receive the opening kickoff. And look at this. Both teams are on the field before the clock hits 0. This is rare.
It's a first.
This is a first. Mark it down. You saw it here, August 31st, 2023. The date both teams were ready, because so many games you go to. And they put, 12, 15 minutes, whatever on the clock. And then both teams come back at triple zeros, whatever. And both teams were here. They're ready to go, and we're ready for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen their pace, that they've all tried to get that fast pace.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
First quarter, so, maybe they're just trying to get this game over with. They have school tomorrow, so you have to be aware of that.
Well, Middleton doesn't.
They have Friday?
Middleton has Fridays off.
That is nice.
I think a couple, I'm not sure if Skyview has it or not, but some other school districts are kind of branching towards that. I mean, I think it's great. Like, you get an extra day off. The school day's a little bit longer for the Middleton students, but they get that extra day. It's great for athletics. You can have a practice in the middle of the day, right?
You don't have to worry about teachers and eligibility because they've missed their
if they miss a certain amount of practices too, you can slide that in. So
yeah, that's really nice. I mean, I figured it's really common in Class C, because in Montana I played Class C because my school was 30 people. But I'm not used to having it 5A.
Yeah, no, not at a 5A school, yeah.
Yeah, like the dance squad was literally like my class.
Right, yes, there was, 15 of them out there, and you said you had 30.
Yeah, 16 in my class.
Wow, 16.
Yeah, so the rest of them were like 8 for work,
Man, that is
It's interesting,
It's
but
small.
it's really fun to see that there's Fridays, especially for Class A.
So here we go. Click, click. Kickoff underway here to start the second half. And a nice return here brought down. Big tackle just shy of the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 Skyview from there. So Skyview starts off 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. And I'm telling you, I was talking about the sticky floor. It's like a Waffle House. It's very sticky right here.
You do have children. Oh, my word.
Yeah, it's sticky.
I'm going to let you stand there, okay? That is your spot.
And there's our old friend, the yellow handkerchief. Full start on Skyview to start the second half. So we'll pick off where we left off.
So clearly, whatever lecture the coach gave them.
It flipped this time.
Yeah.
Because now Skyview starts off with a false start.
It's going to be fun.
So underway, 11:48 here to go in the third quarter. Thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. Treasure Valley Game Night from Middleton. Buse will go across the middle, and it's caught. Big gain, and that's the same play we saw on third down earlier in the game where it popped out of the hands of the receiver. And I think it was Martinez that time as well. Martinez catches it on the slant wide open.
Yeah, very clean cut to the center. I mean,
no, he was right there, and we saw it earlier that it was there, and they take advantage. So 1st and 10, 11:30 to go. Defense back a little bit for Middleton. This pass across the middle, just out of the hands of Cron. That's when he's looking at his hands, holds him out like, you failed me. It was right there.
But it's good to see that Skyview is kind of catching on. It looks like they're going to use that more often. And even if Middleton catches on, then they can start actually doing those right or those left routes.
Right, and it has been there. It's just not been caught or on the money every time. And this time Buse will keep it. And when you throw the ball 2 consecutive times, now the defense has to respect that as they run it there, and that's where Skyview takes a chance on the run on 2nd and 10. Middleton stayed home that time, though, only a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 8, 11:09 on the clock here. As it's finally beginning to be cool outside at night. It's cooling down right now. This morning, I don't know if you guys noticed it. This morning it was like legitimately chilly outside. My kids asked for a jacket. And I said, no, enjoy this.
Suck it up.
3rd and 8, Buse back to pass. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and it's caught. Great adjustment by the receiver, and again, it's Cron on that left side. He did it in the first quarter. He does it here in the third, makes the adjustment for the ball. 1st down Middleton, or 1st down Skyview.
That was quite a high pass, and I guess a distracting
catch. No, they both sat there and waited. Yeah, he just, like you said, a high pass. They both turned around and waited for it. It was a jump ball at that point, and Cron wins that battle. So 1st and 10, ball on the 29. Skyview moving the sticks now. Screen pass set up and snuffed out, and the ball pops in the air, and this one's intercepted by the big man. The screen pass was blown up. Holman recognized it immediately and blew up the receiver right there at the 30. The ball flies into the air on the ricochet, and it's intercepted by number 61 for Middleton. That is Toby Jones, the big man, on the line with an interception, and he's mobbed here on the sideline by his teammates. It's always funny to see the big guy get an interception. So Middleton with their 2nd interception and as many defensive drives here. They had one to end the first half and now one to begin the second half. 1st and 10, now Middleton takes over, ball on the 35-yard line. Here in that triple back lineup this time, and Pachi Franks takes it forward, and he maybe gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, again, I said I was going to check on that Eagles score. Let's see if I can pull that up. Eagle and CUNA playing right now, 2 undefeated schools. And a close one, 20-6. Eagle leads Kuna. So, Kuna, I thought was a decent team coming into this game, to this week. And here they are hanging tough with Eagle, only giving up 20 points. I mean, they played Meridian a few weeks ago, and there was a high-scoring affair, but Kuna hanging around. Pachi Franks up the field for about 3. He's shy of the 40. They're going to put the ball at the 40, though, so it'll be 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line here for Middleton. And a fire truck was here at the stadium, but then left. I'm not sure why, but I mean, why would I know? Like, why would I know what the fire truck's
You're
up
not directly
to?
on their.
No, I'm not. I don't have
contact?
them tapped into the headset up here.
I don't know. I kind of expected that from you.
I should. 3rd and 5. Weeks is going to throw across the middle, and that's just a little bit behind Jordan Leonard. He had Leonard, but the pass was behind him. He had to adjust and couldn't adjust that far. It'll be 4th down here for the Vikings. So a quick 3 and out. Great job by the Skyview defense coming up with the stop. They held strong on 2 straight runs, and Middleton had been their bread and butter. They've been able to pick up 6, 7, 8 yards on the ground per carry, and that time they only give up 1 and 3 yards. Forces a throw, incomplete. This punt will be off cleanly this time for Middleton. It's going to drop at the 31 and takes a Viking roll down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Skyview, ball on the 23-yard line to start off the Hawks' 2nd drive of the 3rd quarter. Cash Buse in the shotgun. Buse takes the snap. He'll roll to his right, looking to throw it under pressure, and that one is caught. Caught by number 13 for a 1st down. That's the first time really they've come over here to the right side. DJ Rosti with the catch, and he is the guy to watch out there. He starts on both sides of the ball right now. He starts on defense and on offense. So you don't see that as much at 4 and 5A ball. Typically people have their own. A couple players will do that. He's one of the few here. So 2nd down, they say he did not get to the sticks. 2nd down, and he's going to run that one a couple yards up, and a 1st down picked up by Skyview. That time the rush by number 10, Henry Downey, picks up a 1st down. I have to step off the sticky spot. It is super annoying.
I do love watching you. Like on top of the game.
It is like I'm dancing back here.
I figured like
it's
with your experience of kids.
Oh yeah, they make a mess. I would not. My kids would hear it if they spilled Gatorade all over though. 1st down, and this time they floated up left side and nowhere to go. Holman drives him back.
I don't know if you saw this, but number 11, the one who just got sacked, or number 10.
Right, the receiver.
He barely
Downey.
turned around when he got that throw. I'm not sure if that was a good call on the quarterback, but it was a.
Yeah, Downey turned around and got the catch and got hit almost simultaneously.
So honestly, I'm like shocked he even caught that, considering he wasn't even looking. He was still running his route.
And he got driven 10 yards behind where he caught that ball and where the end of the play was, and here's a whistle, a flag's down. You know, Paul Kingsbury is the owner of IdahoSports.com, owner, founder, general manager, whatever you want to call him, or whatever name. We pick one, right? You can pick one. I call it Paul Kingsbury Forward Progress, and he says it should be where you go down, jokingly. So, you know, he got stopped there. Downey did around the 30, but he got driven back to the 15, and Paul would say, no, put him back at the 15. That's where he went down. So it'll be 2nd down. Buse will roll to his left. He's looking to throw. He turns. Nothing there, and he's going to be sacked. Did he lose the ball? They point Skyview's way. I thought maybe he lost the ball, that it got knocked away by Holman, but
it looked like on my side, not that we're like 2 feet away, that just rolled out of bounds.
Oh, did it roll? Okay,
happened.
so maybe the ball did come out then. So it's going to be 3rd and forever. They need to get the ball to the 46. This one's going to be snapped at the 19. So about 27 yards here for the first down. Buse is going to have to make something happen here for Skyview. He'll look. Stays in the shotgun. He'll toss it to the middle. That one's going to be almost intercepted. Jumping in front of the play was number 14 for the Vikings. That's Colton Severa, the guy who scored the first score of the game today. He almost intercepts that. He probably should have picked that one off. And he jumped in front of it and deflects it and comes down. Skyview will be forced to punt. And again, if you have to punt, it might as well be off the foot of Tyler Kinsman again. Multiple offers to play at the next level, and he is definitely going to get all of this punt. This one up, and boom, what do you know? This one going deep back. It's going to bounce at the 38, still rolling on the sideline, and goes out. We'll see where they spot it. I think it went out around the 28.
About right.
The 29. I was close.
Good job.
So, I mean, talk about flipping the field here as a great punt. 52 yards, they'll say, on that punt. That is such a skill to have. And, you know, you don't think about your punter. You never think about your punter except when he makes a phenomenal play and pins it inside the 5, or he has a terrible punt and it goes backwards, or he kicks it out of bounds quickly. You know, you don't talk about them when they are just doing their job. And, you know, he deserves that, does big guy, Tyler Kinsman.
Yeah, I think, I'm not saying this in any bad way towards any player, but I think he's been the most consistent tonight.
He has been.
No flags, no penalties.
No. He did have that one blocked, but it's not his fault.
That was just the fact that
when
the line
when
wasn't
3
there.
people are in your face, there's just not much to do.
You kind of wonder how they got through there, too.
Yeah, exactly. Typically on a block, it could be the kicker's fault for taking too long, but typically it's not. It's the line didn't hold up there into the job.
Yeah.
So first down play for Middleton goes for a couple of yards. Holman rushes for 3. Ball now at the 32-yard line. It'll be second down, 7 yards to go. Again, a ton of games on IdahoSports.com tomorrow night. From the battle in Boise to games in North Idaho. As that pass across the middle is caught, and fighting for a first down is Kenson Maxwell. He has 1 touchdown score today.
Second effort by Kenson Maxwell.
As let's take a look at the broadcast schedule tomorrow. We'll be up in Moscow at Logos for the Clearwater Valley Logos game. North Gen and Hagerman. Twin Falls plays Idaho Falls. Ridgeview at Pocatello. And then, of course, the battle in Boise. Burley and Valley View, Fruitland and Emmett, and Kendrick and Oakley. That on the plate for Idaho Sports tomorrow night. Cole Holman, he rushes forward, and he's got a first down and more. He's across midfield down to the 48-yard line. First down, Middleton. The battle in Boise is going to be a fun event. Again, we talked about it a few times. If you go to the homepage of Idaho Sports, you can watch an interview that Paul Kingsbury had with Burley head coach Cam Anderson. Cam was just talking about all the pieces that went into place that Boise State did to help this event happen. So, you know, big shout out to Boise State for helping that happen and letting that event take place. As a rush here to the right side by Holman, he picks up about 6 yards. And, you know, a big shout out to Southern Solar Pros as well. Cam Anderson said that, you know, he was talking to his friend that works for Southern Solar Pros and about all the money that was going to take to go into this. And, you know, there's a lot more that goes into this than they think. So a timeout here on the field. You know, schools that play in this game, they forfeit a home game, right? So let's take Valley View. Valley View should have been playing at home against Burley, but they give up a home game. You look here at this home game. There are no sports that are more important than any others at high school. Every sport is just as important, but some sports drive revenue. Football, one of those. All these people here paid to get in here, and that money helps fund. That's a game that Valley View lost right, to not have it home. As here's the second down play for Weeks. He goes right side, and a first down going to be picked up in more here. Still on his feet is Severa, and he's got a first down, and a late flag comes in. But Southern Solar Pro stepped up and said, hey, not only will we pay to help this event happen, we're going to cover what the schools lost for not having a home game. That is huge. So we just want to they're not paying us anything. I'll say that. This is not a promoted ad for Southern Solar Pros. That is just us saying thank you for making it happen. So in the future, if you're thinking about solar, look at Southern Solar Pros. As that one, a face mask, personal foul variety, so move the ball down the field even more for Middleton as they are now inside the red zone, ball at the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 Middleton, 27-14, 4:15 to go. I do see some lights on, maybe a JV game down the way. Here's a run.
Updated.
Left side, Holman rolls forward. Holman picks up about 7. Because I'm guessing that right there, those first set of lights is Ridgeview.
Ooh, it looks like. I'm going to point you guys to the student section real fast.
Yeah, they are.
They got lights on.
They're busy tonight.
I think they have more spirit than the people playing.
They are into it.
I guess that is their job, is to make sure everyone's staying pumped.
You can't beat a good student section at a high school game.
And it is filled.
It is full. They've been on their feet all night long. So 2nd down, 4 yards to go. So it was a gain of 6. Weeks has Franks beside it, Holman. Holman is going to go untouched into the end zone. Cole Holman, another touchdown run for him. That one for 13 yards. So Cole Holman, number 44, a 13-yard touchdown run at the 4:06 mark here of the 3rd quarter. Middleton adds on to their lead now. They lead at 33-14 here in the 3rd. And Cole Holman has had 2 touchdowns where I don't think anybody has come close to touching him, as he has played phenomenal. Middleton keeping it balanced tonight. A lot of yards through the air, a lot of yards on the ground, and a couple touchdowns through the air and a couple on the ground. And they're going to go for 2 here again to make up for that point. They come out with that triple I. And Weeks is going to roll. He's got 2 options back there, and it's caught by number 9, Blake Bishop. So Bishop converts, and a penalty is going to, this one's going to go, we'll see who it's on. But I saw a Middleton player on his back. I think it's shoved to the ground after the play. But not sure if they were mixed up in a scuffle here. But again, on an extra point, another penalty. This will be the 3rd time there has been a personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct in this situation in this game. You just can't have that. Cooler heads have to prevail. Let's see if it's both ways or if it's just on one player. The point is good. So after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Skyview and unsportsmanlike conduct on Middleton, penalties offset. And that'll do it. So again, that's the 3rd time. Again, the 2 times we've had offsetting. 1 time the play stood and it was on Skyview. But either way, 35 now to 14. Middleton all over Skyview. And the dance team down here has to do, I don't know what you call those, but for every point.
And then on the cheerleading side,
they're having to do push-ups.
I'm not sure which one sounds worse.
No, I'll take both. I mean, neither. I don't want to do either one.
I was like, wow, look at you go. I think I'd rather be the person. No, not even make it the touchdown because I still got to run.
I'll take my job up here.
Supportive mothers.
Where I just get to talk about it.
There we are.
I don't actually.
You have to exert any.
The moms have to worry about, their kid getting hurt or losing or whatever it is. We don't have to worry about anything about just saying something that bothers someone, which is bound to happen.
That's why we got the 10-second button, right?
And that one is, I wish. That one's still rolling and finally picked up, and no return, essentially about 5 yards, as the wind has suddenly picked up here on top of the breast box in Middleton, a little stronger than usual. I don't know if you were here for this, Katie, last year, but I don't see them, a ton of bugs. Last year.
Oh, last year.
Okay,
was
were you here for
horrific.
that? Last year, they turned off the lights on the far side at one point. So all the bugs came over here to the near side. And then they turned off one of the lights, and we are between both lights. And all the bugs from the light that went off ran over to the other one. And, I mean, it was like a barrage hitting us in the face. It was horrifying.
Like, no, and that was my first game I'd ever, like, been met you.
It was like one of the plagues.
I thought it was just you guys hazing me in a way.
Moses didn't have it that bad. It was a lot of it was nasty. So after all that, a 2-yard loss on that run for Skyview. It'll be 2nd down and 12, 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Buse waits for the shotgun snap. He's got trips up top. He'll go short, and that one's knocked away by Cole Holman, and he's going to get flagged for that. Just held on a little too long, and now the tempers are starting to flare on both sides, and they've got to stop. And more flags are coming out.
I think these refs have better arms than the players. I've seen all sorts of flags.
Well, and the player, it's just they just got to stop. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's emotional. I don't think Cole Holman meant to do what he did at all. And he's going to come off the field right now. He just was playing through. I'm not sure if he knew that pass was incomplete. He was just playing through the pass, and then, of course, somebody takes offense to that and pushes. And then you don't want like that either, so somebody else pushes back. And it just becomes everybody's pushing everybody. And a couple of flags here. We'll try to sort out the mess right now. I think for sure we're going to have a late hit on Cole Holman, but from there, yep, so in the field of play, personal foul on Middleton. And then we have a dead ball or no other foul. Okay, so they let all the other flags go, and they just settle with the personal foul on Holman. Again, I don't think there was anything ill-intended there. I hear some boos from the fans, and I'm like, guys, it is 34-14. And that's one of those borderline calls. I'm okay with the call, and I'd be okay if they didn't call it. Either way, I think, because you did throw someone down after the whistle.
It's regardless
of your
intentions.
You did.
What happens.
Whether it was ill-intended or not, it is what happened. So 1st and 10 now for Skyview after the penalty. 3:35 to go here in the third quarter. In Cash Buse in the shotgun. He's got a couple of receivers, one in motion. We'll see if it's the jet sweep. They fake it, and in the middle again, and it works. Storer is the one who catches the ball. And again, they have done that a couple of times tonight, and Blaze Storer is the receiver that time. He gets up to midfield where Skyview has gone across the middle, and it's been there. Or up the middle, across or up, whatever you want to say, it has been there.
They're figuring it out at the right time, considering
and
Middleton.
It's there when they want it. It did almost get picked off on the last drive, though.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, Buse is going to throw it deep on the right side and just out of the hands of his receiver, just over the head of number 0. And a flag back where Buse is, so I don't know if this is going to be roughing the passer. It is. So roughing the passer on Middleton, and another 15-yard penalty. So Skyview has been gifted 33 yards here on this drive. So 1st down again here for Skyview. And a timeout called on the field. Again, we'll mention it. We talked about it earlier, but you can own a copy of this game or any game that Idaho Sports has broadcast. There's an option right there on the page when you came into the broadcast to buy the archive. If you're on full screen, just X out of it, escape, whatever, and you'll see the link for it. And I know maybe you don't want it, but somebody you know might that's in the stands here. So let them know that they can come back and they can buy a copy of this game and watch it later if they want to do that. They had a big play, something like that. Or if you can think of a game from the past that somebody would want to watch, that would be great too. I did talk to Superintendent Mark G up here earlier. I always forget if it's G or G, but I apologize, Mark. He was telling me that Middleton is due for some of those new fancy scoreboards that some schools have been getting. Those should be available next year. I think that's a false start. A couple of scoreboards are sponsored by ICCU, but theirs is going to be by Pioneer Federal Credit Union, which has a branch right here in Middleton. So always like to give those that help the schools a little extra love. So thanks, Pioneer, for that, stepping up for Middleton. I think. Hopefully that wasn't confidential. I'm sure it's not. So Cash Buse runs left side, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. You know, a lot of financial institutions are in that. Westmark has done some over in eastern Idaho as well. So no gain on that play. 2nd and 15 here for Skyview. And, you know, Lookout Credit Union redid the entire field at Pocatello High School. So that's the Lookout field now. Westmark is doing the same thing at Hillcrest in Idaho Falls. Screen pass here, and there's a lot of blockers in front. Here going to the left side, room to run. And he turns on the Jets, got the first down and more. Man, talk about turning up the speed. Number 1, Aiden Martinez. He caught that screen around the 40 and turned on the Jets, goes left side and picks up a ton of yards and gets the first down. 2:18 to go, and Skyview knocking on the door. This one is not over yet. Plenty of time for the Hawks to get something done here. We've seen them score quick. We've seen them score off of a turnover. They can do it. Highland up 31-20 over Skyline right now in eastern Idaho. Rolling right. Here's the throw to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. What a throw by Cash Buse. Right on the money to Mason Cron once again. A dart where only Cron could catch it, and Skyview has cut it to 2 scores. The last 2 touchdown passes from Cash Buse have been in an area where only the receiver could catch it, and where the receiver would have to really try to catch it or struggle to catch it, and that was ugly for Middleton, as coming on extremely late was an edge rusher for the Vikings, and he never got onside. That was number 19, Jake Perez. He was he needed to sprint to even get on the defensive side of the ball before it snapped, and he did not, clearly. So that will move the ball up a little bit further. Not that it really matters for Kinsman, as he'll boot it through no matter how far away it is. I'd like to see him line up for a 50-yarder, because I bet he can nail it. This one blocked. This one is blocked.
That's got to be an unfortunate situation.
And I think that was Perez. There was a couple of guys in there. I think Perez was in there. Ryan Lewis was in there. So Middleton misses. They're offsides on the last one, and this time they get through and block the kick. Awesome job there by the Vikings to get back. They blocked 2 kicks today.
Yeah, for Skyview, that's got to be unfortunate considering they made the first one.
They did, yeah. We'll just take that one. Forget the offsides.
Yeah, like, we don't care about the flags.
So 35-20. Both teams have struggled on extra points. Now 3 total missed. A 2-point conversion has been made twice by Middleton to make up for the missed PATs. 2:11 to go here in the third quarter. And thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. We mentioned the Power Boosters earlier. If you're interested, own a business, want to be a Power Booster with Idaho Sports for one of the local schools, any school in the state, just reach out to me, Logan, at IdahoSports.com. We can get you set up. It helps bring coverage to all of these great student athletes that deserve as much coverage as we can give them. And that's our goal here at Idaho Sports. We go, it doesn't matter. We will go where we are wanted to go. Like we're going to be at the Hagerman North Gym game tomorrow night. You know, we want to be where great student athletes are, like here at Middleton. I think we've done every home game for Middleton for the past 4 or 5 years. Andy Ankney, a great friend of the program here at Middleton, always so welcoming. We've done soccer here at Middleton. We've done district soccer here. We've done basketball. We have done so many things. I even did the PA for a girls rugby game here at Middleton. It was fun. They played in prom dresses. That was an interesting event. Yeah. So here Middleton now with the ball on the 20 after the touchback. Pachi Franks takes it forward for 4 yards down to the 24-yard line, 2nd and 6. Yeah, they did this fundraiser where they played rugby in prom dresses.
And the girls did that?
Oh yeah, no, they planned it. It wasn't like a game that counted. It was just a fun fundraiser game.
I was just like, girls or guys? Because buff.
No, it was girls. No, and it was hilarious because some of them had like blood all over the jersey or their dress, and
that's blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes,
They're rugby
all
players. What do you
over it.
expect? That's pretty cool.
That is not a sport I would ever survive in. Blake Bishop drops the pass right there at the 30-yard line. Should have had it. Goes in and out of his hands. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now. That's one where it looked like maybe he was turning the corner before he had it in his hands. And just got to wait for that thing to stick in there. One minute, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 6 now for Middleton. Again, both teams here 1-1 on the season. Middleton's 1 loss is to Rocky Mountain. Cuna defeated Skyview last week. Cash Weeks looking to throw. He goes across the middle, and that one has got to be a pass interference. There it is. As cutting across was Sevra, and Sevra got knocked down. That might have been a little bit high, but you just can't not when it's that obvious. You're just asking to be called for a flag there. So it'll be a 1st down for Middleton after that. The happiest man in the building is Blake Bishop after he dropped a 1st down catch. Be glad that didn't turn into a punt. So a 1st down here for Middleton, 1:25 on the clock. 35-20 Vikings on top. Weeks hands it off to Franks. Franks rumbles through, somehow comes out of traffic, and has a 1st down and plows defenders backwards as he gets the 1st down.
We've seen that twice from Middleton. They're just not afraid to go in the middle.
So
drive.
I was a youth basketball coach for some church basketball in the winter, and Pachi showed up to play some basketball one day, and all the kids on my team just got out of the way. I'm not standing in the way of that. And I never blamed him. I said, guys, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's a smart
And you
call.
saw it right there. He just plowed through. And definitely not somebody you want to be in the way of.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I took the loss on that one.
Franks goes forward for 2 yards there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 now for Middleton. And this is going to be close to the end of the third quarter. It's going to run down. I think Middleton will have to snap it at least once. We're down to 25 seconds here in the third quarter. Again, I mentioned it. Middleton, one of the better selling crowd or fan bases, whatever they fill, and it's a big stadium. It goes from essentially the 10-yard line all the way to the other 10, and it's full as Weeks under a ton of pressure there and just has to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 4 seconds left in the quarter, so we'll snap it one more time. But rarely is this stadium empty, or not. I will say not full on this side. On the Middleton side, it's usually pretty full. Great community that supports their school. Skyview. I've done a couple games at Skyview. They also have a great community down there in Nampa.
It's got to be hard considering the camera is facing the kids. Like I promise you guys.
Yes, there's a ton
here.
Yeah, you're just seeing the, and I mean that's a good visiting crowd. Look at the fans that came from Skyview, especially that student section. That's a night. They could have been doing other things on Thursday night, but they came here. They could have been doing
homework because it's school tomorrow.
Homework, and that pass is going to be intercepted. That one was short the whole way. And guess who it is? Aiden Martinez. This guy has been all over the field tonight for Skyview. Or is it Hensley that had the – I thought it was one. That's what PA said, but I still think it was Martinez. But either way, it's an interception, and that'll do it for the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back with the start of the fourth here on IdahoSports.com.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
And welcome back, everybody. We're here for the start of the fourth quarter, as Skyview has taken over 1st and 10 after another interception. Both teams with a couple of turnovers in this game. One of those turnovers led directly to a score for Skyview. So 12 minutes to go. Skyview just down 15. Still a chance for them to cut into this league.
It looks like they're going to do the...
So they're doing the clap again.
Clap again.
Here's the snap. Buse will set up the screen, and it's caught and wrapped up again on the catch was number 1. He's been all over the place, has Martinez. Coming in on the tackle was number 5, Peyton Hess for Middleton. Skyview has pretty much lived on the left side. Rarely have they gone over to the right side of the field. The defenders on the right side, Ryan Lewis over there, kind of in a linebacker role, and then Weston Mills, that corner over on the right. They have not challenged that side of the field very often. Buse rolls back, and just as I say that, he wants to go right. It'll be a short pass, and Hess, the first man there, a couple of different Middleton tacklers involved, but that, again, Peyton Hess on the stop there at the 30. It'll be 3rd and 5. It better rain before the next Middleton game to clean up this, or I will come up here with a power washer for myself.
I've been like, yeah, if you guys could just see my, I guess, peripheral vision, it's like Logan is doing some
I'm like
yoga.
in a squat position to
like,
stop, not get my feet on it.
I just keep looking over like, wow, that's an impressive strategy.
Yeah, you know, you do what you do up here. It's a sport. I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete. Hashtag athlete.
Yeah. Athletic.
And here's a run to the left and a couple of yards, and do they have it? They do, just enough for the first down for Skyview. That run by number 2. Again, that's Cash Buse just on the keeper. Again, the Melba quarterback from a year ago moved up to play for Skyview, or just moved to Skyview, moved schools. You see that here and there around the state, some names that transfer to different schools. Making a difference immediately like Cash Buse is here. Under 10 minutes to go now. Buse looking to throw. He's going to go deep left side. He's got a man. It's knocked away. That one actually a little bit short. He wanted to go for Cron, but came a little inside, and they're lucky that it wasn't picked off, as Severa was more in line to catch it, and he smacked his helmet, wishing he had picked that one off. So 2nd and 10 here for Skyview. Still plenty of time for the Hawks, but not so much where they can just be lackadaisical. They gotta have a little bit of urgency, but plenty of time for them. Buse steps up, and this one incomplete. Intended for number 13, DJ Rosti. Ryan Lewis in there on the stop. And the t-shirt toss is here, it looks like. How do we get one of those?
Do we just need to like...
just wave? Just wave?
But I'm confused. Why are they giving them more white shirts when they clearly already have
They do.
white shirts?
I was at a
for school spirit.
Oakley game, and I got hit in the face with a t-shirt.
Ooh.
And I enjoy that t-shirt now. Here's a catch outside. Weston Mills not able to come up with the tackle, and Skyview goes out of bounds for the first down. That catch Caught by number 10 on the outside, Henry Downey. And Downey had it one-on-one with Mills about 8 yards deep, and Downey wins the battle. He picks up the first down for Skyview, and they keep the drive alive. And they'll go right side. Buse looking to throw, and he's just going to step out of bounds. And that's going to go down as a sack. And as he steps out at the 45, he'll lose 3 yards. 9.5 minutes to go here. After, wow, they gave a generous spot at the 46. I thought he was out at the 45. So it'll be 2nd and 12 now here for Skyview. Back to pass, looking deep, he'll roll up, throws across the middle and caught. Again, the middle of the field has been there for Skyview when they want it. This time again, DJ Rosti on the catch.
That was a fast pass. Good catch for that dude.
And he does such a good job with that, does Cash Buse. He just dances around in there and just bulleted that one out.
No.
And another first down. Skyview, if they can score here, all of a sudden it's a one-score game. Again, Middleton was up 27-7, but since then, 13-7, Skyview leads it pretty much since the beginning of the second quarter. And this is going to be a face mask on Middleton as number 13 reached across the mask, or number 14, Severa, before the tackle. I think it's just going to be a 5-yard variety. Nope. Personal foul. He was flying past him and just grabbed the face mask.
Yeah, that's going to make it really, I mean, they're almost in the red zones. This is going to make it a pretty close game.
Well, they are. They're inside the 20 now. So
they keep going. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I was thinking, that surely they're not there yet. But no, here they are. So 1st and 10, Skyview. Ball on the 18-yard line. And all of a sudden, a little uncomfort settling here in Middleton. And this one a little bit of a choppy play, a screen pass right side. They snapped it, and I don't think I'm not sure if it was intended or not, but half the offensive line stood still. They didn't move.
It was like a good delay, and it's almost like the quarterback was like, what are we doing?
And then the Middleton defense moved forward, and the offense was like, hey, you can't do that. And they're like, hey, look, the ball got snapped. And I think we got a cramp down here on the field. First real, I mean, I don't think we've had a
pretty
injury stoppage tonight.
Yeah, other than the penalties, but I mean, their personal fouls have been pretty clean, if that's true you want to call them.
Yeah, we've had a couple of personal fouls, couple of pre-snap penalties, but
no injuries.
This is the first one, but this is clearly a cramp. They've got the leg up. They're pushing it backwards. So
just give them some pickle juice, walk it out.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you see that a lot, right, the pickle juice. The one I like is the mustard.
Ooh,
I could do that. I don't know if I could drink pickle juice. I like pickles, but I don't think I could drink pickle juice. But I could take a shot of mustard.
I think I'll just take my potassium ahead of
But
time.
there you go.
I don't know if I would rather just
You don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah,
and that was
exactly.
DJ Rosti. And you know what? That man, he's earned that cramp. He's been all over the field tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be different if you were on the bench all night and then you'd come out. But he's been working hard. So 8:15 on the clock here, clock running. Cash Buse and the Skyview Hawks looking to get it done here on this drive. They'll go right side, and this one is caught. And sneaking into the end zone, touchdown, Mason Cron. Gets away from 2 defenders, and he scores. And all of a sudden, it is a one-score game.
As we've continued to repeat ourselves, that center lane has always been open, and it's so good to see that they're capitalizing on that when it actually matters. Like,
an 18-yard touchdown reception by number 0, Mason Cron, his second of the game. And all of a sudden, it is a one-score game. And you know, unless this is blocked, we're going to be down to a one-score. I guess I shouldn't speak because Middleton blocked 2 kicks today. So a big kick coming here. It'll be booted, and it is up and good.
Extra point by Kinsman is good.
It is an 8-point game here from Middleton. Skyview clawing back, 35-27. This has been a great game. You know, it looked like for a moment early on that Middleton might pull away. They scored 4 touchdowns in such a short period of time that you thought the Vikings were well on their way. They've only scored once since middle of the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a whole case of things, just with penalties and just extra yardage, as well as Skyview. Skyview has been figuring out their defense, and that's been making Middleton change from short routes to long routes to just driving the ball. So Skyview's been pretty on top of things.
Yeah, their defense has made the necessary adjustments. The offense has been doing, before they were running it a lot and just nothing was there, and then they've done these short passes, whether it's screens on the flat or, these just short crossing routes that have worked, and they've used their speed to outrun Middleton. And right now, they're showing onside. There's a lot of Hawks right here on the top part of the field, and Middleton is playing it up close like they're going to onside kick this thing. So we'll see what happens here. 8:04 on the clock. And nope, they're just going to boot it deep. And this one is going to be caught at the 5. Middleton a chance to return. And they'll get down to the 19. So not quite a touchback in terms of yardage, but almost. Well, nope, they're going to put it at the 20. So essentially a touchback here for Skyview on that one. So 1st and 10 Vikings, 7:57 on the clock, and it's crunch time right now. If they don't score, Skyview's going to have something here. If you're a Skyview fan, you've got to be feeling good right now. They have played better over the last little bit, and it's been a lot of self-inflicted things on Middleton's side.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this is going to be a great way to start the year if Skyview takes this win, because considering their record
it would be a
last
huge win.
Yeah, and just a good confidence boost to look forward to playoffs.
Holman is going to run it up the middle here, and he picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's 5 yards on the play by Holman. 2nd down and 5 on the 25.
So 2nd and 5 here, and Middleton would love I'm guessing, I'm not a football coach, but my guess is that they want to eat as much clock as they can and score. If they can get a score, a field goal, a touchdown, and eat up 4 or 5 minutes, they are going to be completely happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, and that'll basically secure their standing.
And Holman just plows through, and it's almost like Middleton, these last 2 plays, Holman said, enough of this. I am just going to plow through here. Yeah, I am tired.
Am I the only one that cares?
Yes, I'm tired of these short plays that aren't working. I'm tired of giving the ball back to Skyview. I'm just going to plow through you right now, and
he's
done
that
well
throughout the game.
He has.
It's not like he isn't capable of taking 3 or 4.
And he's got 2 touchdowns, and he can definitely take off a couple of players when he needs to. Just put down the shoulder and run through. So here we go, 1st and 10 now for the Vikings. Cash Weeks will keep it on the option, and a fake, and he cuts it back inside and still rolling. That was Michael Vick-esque, and maybe a good decision because Leonard is hobbling here for Middleton, but he faked that pitch to the right, and the defense bought it. Michael Vick would do that back in the day for the Falcons, and for Virginia Tech, he would fake the pitch and just run it inside, and that was very reminiscent of that phenomenal option there.
Man, I actually was faked by it too. So
he did, yeah.
Not alone.
He got the defense, and this time a handoff to Holman, and Holman picks up about 5 yards down to the 46 of Skyview. So they're inside Hawk territory, and this honestly, this is what we saw early from Middleton. They would have 5, 6, 7 yard gains, and then they would have a big play here and there that would really blow things open. And right now they're just picking up those chunks of yards. We saw a lot of drop passes, a lot of penalties, and I think that's what put them in these holes. They run so well off of those 4 or 5 yard plays, 6 yards. But when it's 2nd and 20, you can't do that. When it's 1st and 15, you can't do it takes that away. So 2nd and 4 here. Holman knifes his way through. He's into the secondary, across the 30, down to the 26. Holman continues to own this drive on the ground right now for the Vikings. So final score in Eastern Idaho, Highland defeats Skyline 31-20. That says more about Highland than Skyline. Skyline is clearly the best 4A team in the state, and I just think that shows you that they are. Highland is going to beat a lot of teams by more than 11, and Skyline could probably compete at the 5A level. I think that's what that tells me. So here we go, 4:55 on the clock. Middleton doing a great job at eating the clock here. They've eaten 3 minutes off the game clock on this drive alone. Holman's going to take the handoff again, and he rolls forward for about another 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Honestly, I think passing it to Holman is like the best strategy we've found.
Yeah, right now it is. Skyview doesn't have an answer for it.
I mean, he's a strong, like lineman, and so there's no reason. And he can clearly run the ball, considering he made a couple yards.
Yeah, he is looking good back there running the rock. And, you know, he played defense well tonight, too. Cole Holman, again, he was a player of the week last week. I like to spread the love around on player of the game. But, you know, if you earn it again, you earn it again. Yeah. Shotgun snap here, and this time Weeks is going to keep it again. Weeks tries to get past the first man. He does, but he's wrapped up around the ankles. He picks up about 3 yards, so now it'll be third and 2. Ball on the 18-yard line.
I mean, the short plays they're doing, it's working, as you said, gobbling up time, considering it's like 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So I would be getting a little antsy if I was Skyview.
Yeah, the clock is ticking. There is not a lot of time left.
But how do you stop such short plays when they're being accurate? So that's a hard thing for a coach to decide.
3rd down, Weeks hands it off to Holman, and he stopped. He got a yard. He needed 2. So it's going to be 4th down, and a timeout is going to be called by Skyview. Wow, decision time. I think that has been rare, where Holman has not been able to pick up at least 2 or 3. That time he gets stopped for 1, and maybe I don't think he got 1. I think they're going to say no gain. It's 4th and 2. Yeah, the ball is spotted at the same spot on this. It's around the 18-yard line. And they need the 16. This is where, you know, if you're Middleton and you had a little more faith in your kicker, we've seen him miss a couple of kicks right now. If you had a little more faith, this is probably around a 35-yard field goal from straight on. You kick it, you go up 2 scores, and you're comfortable. But you don't have that right now. You have missed 2 of your 3 extra point kicks. They've been kind of knuckleballs. So you have to go for it here.
I mean, and we've all seen how Middleton can get out of that 4th down pretty easily for them, especially with, I guess, just the teamwork and short drives.
And Weeks just plows forward, keeps it himself, and he's got the 1st down and more. He is inside the 10, down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal Vikings, and that's the first time we've seen that. They've lined up in that triple I multiple times tonight, and what have they done? Handed it to Holman. What did Skyview expect? Hand off to Holman. What did they do? Kept it with Weeks, and they run up the right side and just push him forward, and he's got the 1st down, and Middleton's going to be able to eat off at least another minute of clock here.
I think, I mean, throughout this game, we've seen, like, timeouts for Middleton have been very productive. The fact that
yes.
The 3rd and 4th downs, they've always capitalized on them. I think only once they didn't, and that was just because of the penalty. So, I mean, hands off to their coaches. And if you could see what we see, there's like a TV that they can replay stuff as well.
And a bunch of flags out. I think this was on Middleton.
That's a dead ball foul movement on that line. Gonna back the Vikings up 5 yards. It's still 1st and goal, but the ball's on the 15.
So ball now on the 15-yard line. And I saw this last week. So it's a penalty, but the clock still runs. See, the clock is still running. And I saw this I actually talked to the official, Peepo, over in Eastern Idaho, and he told me it's up to his discretion on when he stops that. So here's a handoff, and they bowl forward. And so Middleton was able to eat a little more time off the clock than normal because of the penalty. They didn't intend to, but that's just
If you're
what
good
happened.
at penalties, why don't you use them?
Yeah, and that's what I said. On the air, I said, it's funny, I didn't ask him. I said it on the air. I'm like, what would prevent a team from saying, you know what, in this situation, if I'm Middleton, I'm going to run the clock down and I'm going to false start, right before it, and then they're going to move me back 5 yards, and then they're going to restart it, right? And then more time will go. And I said that on the air, and somehow it got to the official, and he was there for the next week, and we had a chat about it. He agreed. He's like, yeah, technically you can. He's like, but I have the discretion to say, you're abusing this. I'm stopping the clock, but I'm going to start it. But it's kind of an interesting thing there.
Honestly, to be a coach, if that's a strategy that you could choose, it's not like it's getting through a game.
I mean, yeah, it's you've seen players do things smart, like a couple of years ago. So if you're on a kickoff, if it goes out of bounds, the ball comes forward to the 35 or 40, depending on which level you're playing. But if the player goes out of bounds and the ball is in bounds and he touches it in bounds, right? So the ball just dies at the 10. He goes out of bounds and then reaches in and touches it. That ball's out of bounds. So, heads up play right there. So second down, this run to the right side. Holman's got some room. He cuts it back in, still on his feet, and he's in for a touchdown. Cole Holman, once again, his third touchdown rush of the night. And, man, it's going to be hard to not put Cole Holman down as the Idaho Sports, Idaho Transportation Department player of the game after his performance here again tonight.
I mean, he clearly saw what Middleton needed, considering one play away, it could be a tied game. And so with the second and third quarter, this is a much better looking quarter for Middleton just because of Cole Holman.
So 2:05 on the clock there, a 10-yard touchdown run by Cole Holman. And that extra point is blocked.
It's about time Skyview
Another block, and that, yeah, you're right. About time Skyview got one. That was Aiden Martinez, who has done nothing but everything so far here tonight. And we've got a great Halloween moon over across the way.
Ooh.
It is big and orange.
Shall we see?
It's awesome. I don't know if it'll show up. If you zoom in on it, will it show? I'm sure it's not. The lights are making it look funny, but it is awesome. It is nice, big, and orange here from Middleton. You see it coming over the cloud there.
We have cheerleaders, lots of them.
Yeah, just a great night here at Middleton. A great game, great attendance, just everything all around. We can't complain for how we spent our Thursday evening. There's a lot of worse ways to spend it. So Middleton will boot it away here as it's a complete full moon. Now the clouds are gone from it. That's awesome. It's a cool, it's cool.
Cool thing to look at,
I sound like a teenager. That's cool.
It's so sick,
Or I sound like my 9-year-old as he sits over there.
With a Sprite in his
mouth. Yeah, he's having a good time.
That was like the perfect transition. Is he's like
He's been here playing with his friends. Now he's tired.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do if you're a kid and you come to a game, you play your own game over on the grassy field. And you're like, I'm not, what game are you talking about? I'm playing my own.
I'm playing my own, yeah. Like the playgrounds.
So Middleton will boot this one away. This one goes deep. It's caught at the 1. A long way to run here for Skyview. Martinez takes it across, and he's across the 20. And there's a flag right there. That was ugly. And that is going to be a blindside block here on Skyview. You cannot block towards the end zone that you are coming from. So, Skyview can't block somebody towards that way. They can only block going towards the end zone they want to score in. And this block came the opposite way. Yeah, they crackback block, blindside block, whatever you want to call it, that's what that was. And it is a good thing that they have. You watch football from the early 90s, and you see that everywhere, and people are like, that's football. And it is. It's cool to see it, but, man, it is rough, and it's a dangerous play. So they've done a great job at trying to clean that out. And so the ball will move back 15 yards from the spot of that foul. And it's too bad because it was a great return for Skyview. So 1:54 to go here on the clock. Skyview ball on the 19-yard line. Cash Buse and the Hawks have got to get something going right now. And I don't think they were ready, and they're going to have to call a timeout. So timeout called here by Skyview, excuse me. And you know what's nice? You know, Middleton doesn't have school on Fridays, so they, you know, there's a lot of teams that play on Friday. A lot of the 5A SIC schools as well. Other ones will play like at Donald Larson Park in Boise on Thursdays, just because teams need to use it. So, but Middleton is in a great spot where you don't have class on Friday. So you can go to a game on Thursday night, and you don't have to worry about.
And you can sleep in,
you know,
and then rest up.
You don't have to worry about, you know, going to school the next day, or, you know, I stayed out too late on a school night. It's not here.
Well, I think it also just aids to, like, the teachers not having to be like, oh, you're going to be gone for a whole day?
And they're going to scramble. Buse gets it outside to Cron, and Cron is out across the 20. Down to the 21, it'll be second down and about 3 from there. But more importantly, he gained yards and got out of bounds. So second down, they'll hurry back to the line. Clock is stopped. Right side, that quick pass caught by Martinez. Martinez gets outside and he's brought down. There's going to be a flag. Tackle by Weston Mills. And I believe this is going to be a block in the back as they were trying to spring the screen open. We'll wait for the call. It was another blindside block. So we just got done talking about it, but blindside block there. 1:39 on the clock now. Clock stopped.
It's been 20 seconds since they've
Yeah, it's been
ball.
a lot has happened in 20 seconds of game.
I think this is the slowest 20 seconds I've had.
So Buse has twins up top, and he's got 2 backs over here to his left. He'll bring a man in motion across. Buse wants to go across the middle to Martinez, and he's got him at the 24, right at the sticks. And they're going to say it was the 28. Or excuse me, the 23, just shy of the first down. So that clock's still rolling. I think Skyview thought it was a first down, and so did I. And the clock would stop to move the chains, but no chains move. So 3rd and 1. Buse is going to hand this off and not going to get it, but they, you know, a little extracurriculars, they don't call it. But I think they lost a yard or two. Or they're going to say no gain. They're going to say he got back to the 23. So now it's 4th down and 1 yard to go. So 4th and 1 here for Skyview, 51 seconds left. If they don't convert, this is all done. Middleton leads 41-27. And Middleton almost jumps there. They stay put.
They've got one more play if they don't jump, if they focus. So, but a yellow flag would be fitting for this.
It would. Buse takes it. He's going to keep it himself, and he stood up at the 24, but fights to the 25. He's got the first down. If that's any other quarterback besides Cash Buse, I don't think that they pick up that extra yard, but he plowed through and got the yard and got the first down. Clock will stop briefly to move the chains, and now it starts again. 40 seconds to go.
I think it looks like we could probably call Middleton might most likely take this game, but had Skyview won, I feel like Bruce or Martinez would have been the 2 players to look out for in this game.
And here's a deep pass to Cash Buse, or Cash Buse with a deep pass again to Cron, who catches it shy of midfield Clock stops to move the chains. So ball at the 46-yard line. Cron with another great catch. He's got to be over 100 yards receiving here tonight. Buse rolls right. Buse throws across, and it's caught at the 40. Again to Martinez. So Martinez and Cron have been all over the place tonight for Skyview. These two have played so well. Cron, he's been a 3-year starter for the Hawks as the game is over. He started for 3 years, so since he was a freshman. So that'll do it. Middleton has defeated Skyview by the final score of 41-27. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with our Idaho Transportation Department player of the game right here on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you can safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over in Pay Lake?
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Hello?
I was in an accident.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
And welcome back, everybody. Final score here from Middleton, 41-27. The Vikings get the win at home. And again, all that's left to do is to name our player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and the Shift Initiative. And again, we talked about it during the game. Sometimes it just has to go to the guy who got it done. And that's number 44, Cole Holman. He's a player of the game last week. He's a player of the game this week again. But it's because of what he did on the ground. He scored 3 touchdowns, and I think what cemented that for me was that final drive, Katie, where all they did was hand it off to Cole Holman. Yeah. And what did he do? Just picked up first down after first down after first down, and then he scores the touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I mean, his heart pretty much showed that last play, because I think we can all agree, including players, that like there's a few quarters and a few plays that were hard to watch, but the ones that matter kind of in the fourth quarter that determine the game. So to have him just buckle under pressure and get that touchdown done was impressive to watch.
Yep, he got it done, and the Vikings get it done. They move to 2-1 on the season. Skyview moves to 1-2. Again, Skyview, their 2 losses, though, are to 5A schools. They have not played a conference opponent. They've only played an out-of-state opponent and then 2 5A teams. I'm sure the Hawks will be just fine, excited to see what they can do in the 4A SIC this year. Well, this has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Treasure Valley Game Night. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Special thanks to Athletic Director Andy Ankney and everyone here at Middleton for their hospitality and helping these games get broadcast to you at home or wherever you may be. Again, congratulations to Cole Holman our player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Thanks again for joining us as Middleton defeats Skyview 41-27. For my broadcast partner, Katie Took, I'm Logan Green, and we'll see you next week.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.